And now we're good.
Okay.
Who wants to give the recap?
Navani, this
Random
is your
roll it.
quest.
Oh my god, don't everybody...
I can't. I only need
Roll a die. Roll a die.
Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. D6. Okay. 2, that's Joe.
God damn it.
I was going to say, you don't want it to be me.
It's fitting, it's your temple.
I know. Oh, last time on the Pixie Hunt, we reached the temple, the drowned temple, also known as the. Hold on, I forgot what we named this temple. We reached the Palace of Tides. We then proceeded to try to find our way through a flooded temple that's not supposed to be flooded all the time. Ran into some doors that were counterweighted based on the water level. Slammed down a long tunnel, found a lot of ransacked rooms, and then were attacked by, my guess is crabs using skulls as their shells.
Hermit crabs.
Bone crabs, yep.
Yeah, bone hermit crabs that proceeded to beat the shit out of me.
Roulette's all over.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Fuck those bullets. We then came to a room that had 2 dragons in it that Ellie proceeded to try and kill, even though we told her to leave them alone.
No.
And you were going to try and kill them.
Don't forget the glass gator.
Yeah, also that. Then Ren kind of guilt tripped her into putting her weapon down.
Ren?
Not Ren,
Suko.
Well,
There were tears. Well, there would have been tears.
There was a couple people. You all basically guilt tripped her into putting her bow down.
Yes.
Her bow wasn't up, I will point out.
True.
Put the arrow away. They then agreed to allow me to approach the altar so that I could pray to Deep Shivala or Shishala. And then we left. Or did we actually leave, or are we getting ready to leave?
We were preparing to leave.
We were leaving, I think.
Yeah, you were leaving.
We were in the process of leaving, and that's when we ended.
Yep, so anything you guys want to do on the two-day journey back that wasn't covered in the RP chat with Storm's questions?
Well, me and Balaam are going to have the conversation of how we're going to approach her grandfather to let her join us and perhaps even bring some more people along with us.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which basically consists of expanding his empire and resources, and the fact that, and proving to him the fact that his granddaughter's already proven her loyalty, just for the fact that she went out to an unknown temple with a bunch of strangers just because he asked her to.
And who knows, maybe we can find a way to raise his city out of the water if he doesn't want it to be down there anymore.
That's possible.
Go talk to the school, see if maybe they got some powerful wizards who want to help with that.
So, in this city, is this city like in an air bubble, or is it like
Magic.
underwater? Okay.
It's like a magic air bubble.
Part of the city is underwater, or part of the city is in a bubble. Most of it is flooded.
Nick, think blue.
Okay.
Mixed with Atlantis.
Oh, do I get a hero point for doing the recap?
Not a hero point, you get inspiration, which is advantage 1 time.
Yep.
Ooh, I wanted a hero point.
Nice try.
Hey, if you guys want them to hero points, I can do it that way, but it's technically more valuable the way I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
inspiration's better.
Okay, so nothing else during the 2-day trip. You guys get back to the sunken city of Paresh. You're able to go through the magical barrier, no problem, just like before. And sopping wet, you step into the city streets.
Prestidigitation
myself. Yeah,
Prestidigitation myself to dry off.
I druid shake.
Well, I don't have that spell, so fuck both of you. All 3 of you.
Well,
It's okay, Bonnie.
Balaam would actually take care of everybody on their way in, go in first, and then as each person emerges from the bubble.
I'm still
Yeah,
gonna
it's
shake.
essentially a big blow dryer. You're good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for everyone to get dry and then shake off my feathers.
Okay.
God damn it, go.
Oh crap! Where's my book?
All right. So,
Bloody hell!
I love kinkus.
That was an experience.
it was. So, shall we go see our grandfather, Storm?
If that's what you want. I mean, I'm your
The sooner
guy.
we talk to him, the sooner we can try and persuade him to let you join us.
Got a
Yeah.
snowplow going by.
No, he's driving.
That is Matt's friend.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. I thought it was like somebody picking up a snowplow. I was wondering if it was me.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah,
still
we
wind
hear
going
you.
by,
We just
but-
hear
Dang it.
the outside too.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
But the sooner we talk to him, the sooner we can perhaps try and get you to join us.
Yeah, I guess it's got to be sooner or later. Okay.
Oh, we start going. Don't talk back to Grandma.
Does that mean Ren is now grandma?
Mm-mm.
You don't have to go with us.
Well, I mean, I've got to. That's where I live anyway, the palace. So.
No, I mean to the surface.
Oh,
It's not all adventures and happiness.
it's not.
No. The same troubles that trouble you down here probably will trouble you up there.
Boredom.
That's
There's boredom, there's danger, there's unwelcoming people,
I'm gonna
especially
follow.
if you're different.
It's like that no matter where you go, lass. But the choice is ultimately yours.
Well, I do want to see the surface. I want to see the sun, the moons.
There you have it.
I want to see a forest.
So, off to the palace we go.
Okay. You can tell Storm is very nervous about this.
As we're walking up to the palace, do we see anybody like at the circle?
No,
Okay.
not today. So you guys head to the palace. And you're ushered in, and she takes you back to the throne room, speaks to the steward at the door so that you can be properly announced. And
At this point, I'm going to pop Adamai out and have him perch on Ren's shoulder so that I can continuously cast guidance.
okay.
Thank you. I'm actually pulling up the speech that you typed into the chat because I'm going to try and recite that as best as I can without being too verbatim or robotic.
You say, you make it you.
Yeah, I don't think you should walk in there and just be like this. Yada 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 yada. Yada yada.
Shut up.
Yada yada. I don't think
I wouldn't go over 12. Anyway, so you are ushered into the large throne room. And again, you see Ridley at the side of the
Alishma.
Alishma.
Not G.
come on. You're the one who even put this thing in. How do you
I
not
know, but I spaced. Leave me alone.
It's a hard name, Joe.
It really is weird.
I also don't have it pulled up yet. Hang on.
Is anybody else in the room other than Ridley and the Halishma?
The halfling, the sorcerer, is there as well. Yeah, halfling. But you do not see Mordal or Reynard or Evelyn.
Okay.
So we see them. Right.
Before we get started this, I will make the side comment that just out loud, Ridley, I'm surprised you're still here. Are you deciding to let everybody else do the work for you?
The passive aggressiveness is palpable.
He glares at you and says, "No, I was merely finishing up some negotiations before we head back to the surface with our prize."
Oh, you mean everything you stole. Fantastic. Have a good day.
Not stolen, bartered for. The Sovereign was kind enough to make us a deal.
I'm sure.
And then the Sovereign leans forward and just essentially gestures for you to be quiet. No one steals in my city without me knowing about it. Please keep your accusations silent.
I will give him a nod of respect. And respect to you.
Yeah, that's gonna make persuading him so much easier.
So Ridley bows to the Sovereign, thanks him in Elvish, and starts to leave. And as he passes you, Balaam, he says, "Good luck getting near as much as I did out of this journey."
Oh, I'm not here for things.
Of course not. And he just walks off.
Right, let's stay next to me. And I go up to the base of the steps because I'm assuming he's at the top of.
Yeah, he's
Steps.
a small dais and a large throne.
So I come up, take a very deep bow. Is it morning or evening?
By this point, it's evening.
Good evening, my lord. We've come to speak with you with your great hospitality, as well as to propose an advantage and perhaps an opportunity for you in your city. Your granddaughter here has been a great asset to us and a great honour to you. She's assisted us in everything we've required and is very good at what she does. And we've decided that perhaps she would be a great ambassador for your city as well as many others to perhaps rebuild trades with the surface. And who knows, perhaps we'll be able to assist you in return. Maybe even get the city to rise up from the seas and be as great as it used to be. Ultimately, the decision is yours, my lord.
He looks at you for a moment, turns his gaze towards Storm, and says, "Approach, granddaughter." And she nervously steps forward.
I look to her as like, if I'm not.
"I have heard you left the city without my permission." And she just, bows her head, looks real scared. That alone should be punished. Now this talk of you going to the surface. Why should I let you leave when you've already disobeyed me? And she doesn't say a word. She's too scared to say anything.
If I may, my lord, she was not aware that we would be leaving the city in the first place. She was merely abiding by your direction and accompanying and staying at our sides. She did not know where we would be going. So the fault is our own. We apologize for that. As far as her going to the surface, we're making the request to bring her with us because as a granddaughter of such a great leader as yourself, I feel it best for someone of her stature to join us and show how great your city can be and how great of a leader you truly are. Just give her that opportunity and perhaps even send others with her to make sure that she is following every direction that you desire and bringing nothing but honor to you. I promise you, we'll do our best to assist her and make sure she does you great.
Roll a persuasion. With guidance, since Balaam is spamming it.
Okay, what do I do for the guidance?
Guidance
add
is
a D4.
1d4.
Okay.
It's the bless of skill checks.
Yeah. So there it is. $18.
19?
Yeah.
Okay. So he studied you for a long moment. And how exactly is she to aid my domain on the surface?
She could spread the word of the great city of Paris. City once thought lost to the ages, but still exists beneath the sea. She can bring forth knowledge long forgotten by the surface dwellers.
I'm going to interject in with showing the decanter of endless water and the necklace of adaptation, and say, and explain that she can bring back new and wondrous magic items for his collection.
And you all will escort her as she goes about this task?
Aye, my lord. She can bring you great treasures and also bring the city great honor. And let everyone know that the city did not perish, but is instead thriving beneath the sea. And perhaps make it thrive even more.
Thinks for a moment and looks down to Storm. Granddaughter, I will let you go with these folks, but I do not want word of the city still existing spreading on the surface. I do not want others to come and try to reclaim what I have ruled for thousands of years. And she just nods sheepishly. Yes, Sovereign. Takes a step back, and he just gestures for you guys to go with one last instruction of, I expect something to be returned within the year.
Of course, my lord.
Down.
Of course, my lord. We'll be sure to do that.
If I may inquire, is there a particular prize that you seek?
Anything that would secure my rule and protect my city.
Understood.
And you guys leave the palace, and as soon as you guys are out of the building, Storm just sighs with relief.
That went about as well as it could have.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Balaam is going to scribe another note to Evelyn.
Okay.
I'm almost home, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and hop, and because I'm probably anyway, I'll be on momentarily.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Then we should probably head back to the surface then.
Probably. What's the plan for picking up the two friends and their eggs?
Perhaps one of us should go talk to them. Let them know where to meet us. And then they can follow us back to Serenity Bay or wherever we're going.
Echo's gonna repeat what Balaam told the dragons, but it'd be in Draconic, so only one person's gonna understand it, I guess. But it was, we are gonna go notify them when we're on the back way to the ship. The father one is gonna follow us to the location, make sure it's safe. Then he will come back and get the mother and the egg to go back to that location.
Okay.
I'll translate it for Ren.
Thank you, Lenny.
Well, I think you're the only one who can breathe down here, so you should probably be the one to get him.
I can breathe just fine down here.
I have the necklace of adaptation.
I can breathe
Oh
fine
shit!
down here.
I forgot you guys had that.
Two of you guys have necklaces. One's got the cloak, and then one's got an invocation.
Well, shit. So I'm the only one who can't breathe underwater.
On your own, yeah.
Me neither. I can't breathe underwater.
Both Echo and
Oh
I
yeah.
are-
At least.
Oh, okay. Well, and I'm the only one who has a swim speed other than Echo.
How dare you? I'm the
I keep
fastest
thinking-
of us.
I keep forgetting you have that fucking manta ray bullshit.
Book of the Manta Ray.
You guys do remember that the dragons only spoke Draconic.
Yeah, I can
You
speak.
don't know if
Yeah, so we can't send Ren.
I'll go.
And Echo can't really say things on his own, so we can't send Echo. So yeah, it's gonna either have to be Balaam or Suko, and I don't trust Suko down here alone.
Fair.
I'm gonna go to Suko and give him a handout. We out.
It's not too late to abandon this idea. You don't have to go.
We promised them a safe place. We're going to stick to that promise.
You're not giving them a safe place. You don't know it's a safe place for them. You're giving them the unknown.
It's safer than where they are now, lass.
You don't know that.
You don't know that. I'm gonna say it back to Ellie.
Ellie, the place we have in mind is a very safe location.
I grew up there.
You're all thinking this through. You yourself work for a guild that takes contracts out on feast. How long do you think it will be before the Durlocks become aware of your presence and want to hunt them down?
First off, enough with the dialogues. I understand that's your people's way of calling us. But enough with it. Second off, the guild takes contracts on beasts and monsters that are dangerous, that are surfacing and hurting people. These dragons are hunting beneath the sea, killing fish, and only enough for themselves to survive. The area we're taking them to has a large abundance of fish. I would know. I fish it every fucking morning. They'll be fine. And they'll be safe.
And how many fish do you think it takes to feed not only those two grown dragons, but soon their children and their children's children? If you have your
I
way
would
about it.
say no more than the average whale.
And you're introducing multiple whales, whatever those are, to this location. How long will it be before the people in that town, I can't use them I use, notice the difference in the amount of fish they're able to catch? You don't think that will have rippling effect?
You also don't think that having an
Even if
intelligent
they
creature...
don't- Even if they don't take too many fish, and it doesn't affect not only the sea life that provides from those fish, but also the land life that relies on those fish. Can you assure them that they won't be hunted simply for their parts? Or because
Yes.
they're an unknown quantity that they may believe might be dangerous?
Yes,
How?
I can. Simply put, we, one, talk to the dragons about serving as protectors for the local fishermen at sea during storms, during times of trouble. They can help protect the city nearby. Two, we inform the people that they have been blessed with the presence of two great and powerful sea gods. And we let them protect the dragons. The dragons protect the people protect the dragons. It is a mutually beneficial relationship. You are very much concerned about the food. The dragons seem to have a range of several hundred miles that they can cover for hunting grounds, which is more than the local fishermen.
And the next concern. There are, of course, other Marrow or Murthos or whatever is hunting them in that area, correct?
At this point, you see Balaam get, like, his face visibly twists into a sneer. Yes, and I will deal with that.
By the way, while you guys are having this conversation, Echo has picked up Suko and is walking ahead of you guys toward the edge of the bubble.
Where the fuck do you think you're going?
Pretty dragons are pretty.
Aye, they're pretty, but you're not going anywhere near them.
I don't think he's stopping.
I don't believe it's out of the question to just sound a word of warning or caution or something. Yes, for now, these two dragons probably wouldn't constitute much at all. But what happens when there are 30 of them?
If they hold true to typical dragons, which I cannot guarantee since I haven't had an opportunity to study them, which having them this close to civilization would actually make it much easier to do so. Anyway, they don't propagate that quickly. You're assuming that these creatures are going to explode into an infestation when typical dragons, you may have a mating pair once every couple of centuries.
You're assuming that your people are all going to do the honorable thing and protect these dragons and not desire them for their uniqueness.
You mean like you're wanting to do the honorable thing when we met them in the fucking temple?
I did nothing aggressive to them in that temple. And I do believe that it was completely foolish to go in there unarmed and unprepared.
We were not unarmed, and we were not unprepared.
All of us had our weapons at hand.
Most of us have magic. Most of us have abilities that, had the dragons chosen to attack us, we could have done something.
I have a bow and an arrow. And that's what I had. And I was not being aggressive. My
They
bow
saw
wasn't
you
even
as
raised.
aggressive.
We'll say no more on the subject. But you know my thoughts. That's all I can do.
Now that I am at my computer, I can roll my portents.
Yes.
I'm disappointed I wasn't there for that conversation.
Well, their voices carried.
Okay, well, mine doesn't.
You at least heard it.
All right. So I missed part of the conversation that started this all. Are we getting ready to leave?
Yes.
Aye, we are.
Mm.
They were figuring out who to go tell the dragons they can.
Oh, I figured I would, because I'm the only one who speaks Draconic that can actually breathe underwater.
Okay, why does everybody assume this?
Yeah.
Suko can, we just don't trust him.
And I can speak Draconic. I just can't speak my own words in Draconic.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of why they were heading out, because Suko can't be left alone with Evelyn around, and Echo really wants to go see the dragons.
And I can
Okay.
speak Draconic, but I can't drink. I can't breathe underwater.
I can't drink
You
underwater.
can drink underwater just fine.
I'll
Not
drink
for long.
underwater, but then I would die. So
You can breathe underwater once.
if I drink underwater, that's fatal.
That's fair. I'm going to go ahead and make Adamai disappear, and I guess we'll make the trek back to the temple. We can all go, or those who do not wish to, can make the journey up to the surface.
While I'm being carried off, I'm gonna pop into Benu's vision really quick, just to see what he's up to.
Oh, we're not going anywhere. Ren's holding us, but I'm still trying to walk.
Oh, okay. If I'm being held, then I might as well.
Isn't Benu still in your cloak?
No, he's all the way
No,
up.
he left
the
him
ship.
upstairs.
The first mate.
Upside.
Right. Okay.
If you brought Benu down, Benu would have died.
No,
Benu?
Benu does not take damage from water.
He would have
However,
drowned.
yes.
So from what you can gather after a minute or so of watching through his eyes, Benu is playing tag with Jared.
Good.
That makes sense.
Why does everyone play tag with Jared?
Because Jared's a great hide and go seeker.
Tag is only fun with Jared until his skull sets on fire. Benu,
It
good.
sucks away a part of your soul.
Yeah, your heart. He just wants the loving parts.
And I'll pop back.
Yeah.
Notes up.
So, who all is doing what?
Are we splitting up so the ship's going to be ready by the time we get up there, or are we going all together?
Up to you guys.
We could go up and sail the ship in that direction and just go back under the water when we're nearby. We don't have to travel underwater.
Actually, that was my original thought.
Probably be quicker.
Did the male dragon follow us?
No, we're going to go tell him
No.
that we
Okay.
would get him before we were leaving.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
told him to wait. We'll come get you.
That's a long trip.
Yeah, it's 2-day
That's
walk underwater.
How fast
Right.
were we walking underwater?
Normal. Well, not everyone has a swim speed, so you guys were going half as fast as you normally can, unless somebody was helping the slower ones. So.
In which
Yeah.
case, it would up it to 3/4 of the speed.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think, the three of us were... If Suko could swim, Balaam I don't think can swim. Right? You can't swim?
No, I don't have a swimsuit.
Okay, well, I could turn something
Oh,
to drag him through the water.
Ellie can't swim. I
Yeah.
get a natural swim speed because of my invocation.
Okay,
I'm
and then
just
Avani
curious
can't
on-
breathe.
Yeah, I'm just curious on how far it is if I was going 120 all the way there.
I was gonna say you two should actually move fairly quickly.
Yeah, because I'm thinking 3 and 3. The one that can't breathe underwater, the horse lady, the centaur can't swim, and then Ren can go straight up with them, get the ship, meet us there, so we only have to swim up.
Yeah.
Instead of having to swim all the way back over.
So, speed of 120 the whole way.
Okay, if that's the case, then I'm an octopus, so I can keep up with it.
Probably can get there in less than a day. Keep in mind it is evening right now.
Yeah.
Don't you
Right,
think
so-
we all should stick together?
Probably.
Well, we can do one of two things. We can all go up to the ship, sail to the location. Whoever is going to talk to them drops down, tells them, then comes back up and joins us, and we sail back to home. Or someone stays down here and walks all the way over there, tells them, then swims back up to us as the rest of us sails over to the location.
Actually, the first one isn't a bad idea. We just take the boat there and they drop straight down.
I'm fine
Less
with that.
likely to run into any marrow that way.
I'm fine with that if you guys want to go up to the ship then.
You're coming too, lad.
I know.
I'm holding both him and Echo because I don't trust them to stay by me.
Oh, it's not hard to
Entire
make me
way
not go
up.
somewhere. I have no strength.
Oh, we're the weak pair.
Yeah.
So I step out of the bubble and I just start swimming up towards the ship.
Okay,
So
I
it
will.
should still be anchored where we left it.
I will
Let's
turn
see what
into
struggling
a
would have
plesiosaur,
Yeah,
and I will
okay.
bring Avani and Ellie up.
I don't know what a plesiosaur.
It is the underwater long neck.
It is.
It's the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, it's Loch Ness. I
It turns
assume,
into Nessie.
Yeah, I
Can they
assume
breathe underwater?
you're-
I can
Yeah.
hold my breath, but I have the necklace.
So I assume you're taking Storm as well, since she.
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
have some food.
I'm classified as a large, so yeah, I could take him.
They all just hang onto your fin like swimming with
You say,
dolphins.
I can swim too.
Yes, but you will swim faster by holding on.
I guess because I can only swim 60.
What I'll do is I'll hold on to Echo's back and I'll tell him straight to the ship, straight up.
Dinosaur head nod.
So, you guys all get to the surface a little bit faster than it took to get down, thanks to Echo. And you see Ridley's ship has already started sailing away because it's taken you guys maybe been about 2 hours between talking to the Sovereign, storm packing, you guys talking, and then leaving. Since you saw Ridley, so the ship is already his ship is already underway in the distance.
Did Ridley make it to the castle he was looking for? The temple?
Hmm?
Did he
He
make
didn't
it
come
to
for
the
a temple.
He didn't come
We
to the
came
temple.
for the temple. He came for Paresh itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
He came for riches. We came for knowledge.
How far does the ship look?
His ship it's out of range. It's in the distance.
Oh, okay, it's like a mile off. A mile.
Yeah.
Would I have been able to get the letter to Evelyn if I had sent it immediately after we left the talking to with the?
You were sending it by Atomai?
Yes. Would she have still been in the city right after we finished negotiations with the Soul?
Probably. Did you send me what it was yet?
I'm working on it right now.
Okay.
I just didn't have the opportunity to type.
Yeah.
He just wanted to make
Yeah,
sure it
'cause
actually made it to her first.
They had to arrange for some things too. So yeah.
Okay. Fantastic.
All right. So his ship is already way in the distance. Your crew, as soon as you guys pop up, they start. They help you up, start getting everything ready. A lot of them look at Echo like,
All hands
What?
on deck.
To which the other Kinku that is part of your crew, I'm pretty sure you guys had a Kinku. I know I put one.
We did.
Immediately responds with all hands on deck.
High five the other Kenku.
Yep.
This is gonna be fun.
Yep.
I immediately run off to go find Bennu.
Anchor Chain was our Kenku friend.
Yeah.
Ellie sits down. Ellie sits down, starts drying off her weapons.
So Bennu and Jared are just kind of hanging out at the back of the ship. They can't get into Ivani's little greenhouse, but Jared sure was trying. So that's where you find him. And-
Right, man the sails, raise the anchor.
Tie everything
And-
down.
I'm glad that I'm the only one who knows the password to that greenhouse.
Yep.
Well, you and Balaam.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's true.
he had to be able to.
Okay,
get
I'm
in.
the only one who has free access. Balaam knows the password to it.
So you guys are able to set sail not too long after.
Does it count as a short
and-
rest?
Hey Joe, can we see into the greenhouse?
Sure.
Yeah, it's a greenhouse.
Oh, I have free access then too.
Because you can teleport in.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's
you
not
did have to
protected by
teleport
magic,
out.
so
two.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can't use the door.
Yeah.
It'll count as a short rest by the time you guys get to the temple area. And so, actually, Ren, roll an intelligence with proficiency. I want to see how accurate you navigate.
Well, I roll a nat 18.
Okay, yeah.
So that would be a 23.
Yeah, so you're able to look at the chart and it's right there, and able to navigate no problem to approximately within 100 feet of where the temple is. So who's going down?
Balaam, Suko, Enzo? Echo? Close enough?
Enzo?
I was looking at Enzo. He's on the screen right here.
He wants Enzo to be back already.
He's so far.
So, Balaam, Suko, and Echo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I call out as soon as we start to get close. Right, raise the sails. Get ready to drop anchor.
I'm gonna ride down with the anchor.
I was going to say, hold on to the anchor.
I'm going to pull up the hood on my manta ray cloak, and I'm going to do kind of like that corkscrew dive thing from indie game where the girl turns into the manta ray, and goes underwater and tries to race Balaam.
I'm going to awkwardly fall off as an octopus.
It's just kind of slap the water.
I just kind of picture Echo gets up on the rail and then what looks to be clumsily falls into the water, but shifts as he's falling.
He leans backwards and falls in, and he shifts as he's falling.
And then it is a race to the bottom with all three of us.
Yep. Okay.
And while they're going down, I'm calling Azoth to spend a little time with him and feed him.
Who are you feeding?
My ferret.
Azoth.
Oh,
The ferret.
Bennu immediately flies over and starts bugging you for food.
Bennu, you're not mine. You're not mine. Your daddy will feed you when he returns. Go away.
Kind of pecks at it. Okay.
Oh, iwi.
So, riding down on an anchor.
Who makes it there first? Probably the anchor.
Well, we can both, you and I both go 120.
I was gonna say it's pretty close because he's got the weight to pull him down, but you guys got speed.
Yeah.
If I start losing, I'm going to use my bonus action at ink and then go as a dash.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think ink is going to slow down a fucking
propulsion.
You know, if you ink, you get a free dash as a bonus action as an octopus.
Yep.
I see this happening. I see this happening. I pop. I will not be defeated. I pop Expeditious Retreat.
Features.
Meanwhile, Balaam's humming elevator music on the anchor.
Meanwhile, Suko is going the fucking speed of light over here.
Yeah, because I pretty much told the crew, kick the lock on the anchor so it just drops.
Yeah.
So I'm going 180 now.
I'd be doing the same.
The anchor should be going about 150 to 180. Because that's a big weight just free falling.
So which one of us doesn't have brakes and smacks their face on the bottom?
Oh, it's
The anchor?
Yeah.
At least he can let go. You know, he doesn't have to worry about his own brakes. He just has to let go.
Yeah. But just so you know, so we don't have to worry about the thing crashing through the roof of the temple, I sailed up to about 100 feet away from it. That way it'll drop and not land near the temple and chance hitting the dragons.
Yeah, good idea. Okay, So, you guys get down to the temple, find your way down easy enough, you know what to avoid. And you get to the room with the dragons, and they're both waiting. And you're able to let them know that it's time to leave. And they say their goodbyes. Very touching. And
They say their goodbyes to their nest
To each other.
location?
no, only the male is going with you to check it out, make sure it's a viable location.
Hmm.
So the mama
Now
and
he's gonna come back and get mama and babies.
Yeah.
So what do they actually say?
Do you really... Okay, so they say, be careful. May the sea protect you. I'll be back soon.
I turn
Be safe.
to Balaam as this heartfelt thing is being said, and when I turn to Balaam, I say has Balaam shown that he knows Elvish? I guess it's common. I'm gonna say in common. I don't feel comfortable leaving the female one here if those creatures are still in this part of the sea.
He's not alone.
Well, it's just the male one is going to come with us, and then she's going to stay behind.
That is correct. I'm not really sure.
I would like to check out. At least what's causing the decline in population before we leave.
We might be able to convince. We need to get their names. Anyway, we might be able to convince them to show us what they are up against, and we might be able to assist.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
Okay, so after they're done saying their goodbye, you go up and
I will formally introduce myself in Draconic and ask them what their names are. Go, random dragon name generator.
exactly.
I've been there, I know.
Egar the Foul.
Ragnar the Moist.
Okay, so
Royland the
type it in.
People Eater. Ozark Devourer of Souls.
No. So the male's name is Bruris, and the female's is Zayden. So
I know you say Breris, but I hear Beerus.
No, he is not a world destroyer.
He's not a cat.
He's not a destroyer god.
He's a kitty cat.
Anyway, so, Burris, before we leave, would you mind showing us, at least within close proximity, the creatures that have been threatening you in this location?
we do not know where they live, otherwise we would go and fight them ourselves. They arrive periodically in our hunting area within a mile of here.
I see. How many days travel is it to Cliffport from here? 5?
Ish. Yeah, 5, 6.
Okay. In that case, would we be able to hunt enough food to stockpile this location for 5 days?
10 days. Here,
10
Matt.
days, yes.
It's okay. I can help with math.
I mean, it would take the better part of a day. I'm not sure how well the food would be preserved in that time.
I can help with that. I think to myself, does Gentle Riposte work on food?
Yes. It
Okay.
would, if it's the corpse of a creature, yes it would. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I got this. That's 10 days.
Oh my god. I've never thought of using that on meat.
Yeah, using it as a refrigeration.
Technically, it is a dead creature.
Yep.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's a fucked up way to spell.
See, okay, so
This is the
there
best way to
are
use
what
it.
is- there is what is essentially fridges in this world that are
They're
magic.
Gentle repose fridge.
It's just
I
a
was-
room
I
that's
was always
constantly
thinking-
casting gentle repose.
I was just thinking that it was like essentially an icebox and change it just to be cold, but I like that even more.
It doesn't have to be cold. You could keep regular, just room temperature food in there.
So easy to prepare a turkey now because
Oh
you
my
don't.
god.
It's
You
always
don't have to
on.
thaw it.
Never not.
Oh my god, we need this.
We need to start a business.
We're going to be rich men.
Forget sponsoring a magic
Yeah,
shop.
it
We
says
open
a
up
corpse.
The magic shop will sell it for us.
I'm reading it. You touch a corpse or other remains. Technically, those are remains of a corpse.
We will call it. Suko and Balaam's. We'll think of a name.
Oh. I see how it is, giving yourself top billing.
Balaam and Suko's.
Oh my god.
Alphabetical, right?
No. Suko and I can handle that. If we can take the time to ensure your mate's safety, I'm sure Zidane would be much better off here than trying to hunt. And this way, we can ensure at least the best opportunity.
It would take a while to hunt that much food. Better part of a day, I believe. The sailor.
Can inform
How-
our crew.
How much would it be if there was people helping?
Salem food preserver.
It depends on how good a hunter they are. There's plenty of food in the area, but just takes time to
know
catch
of a
it.
good hunter, don't we, guys?
You talking about Echo?
No.
Oh, Ellie.
Yes.
Ellie would be great.
She's fantastic.
I love this so much.
She would not help.
We are assuming that she won't help, but we might be able to convince her.
Okay. If we can stockpile the food, then that would be acceptable.
I'm gonna go out their little hole entrance and start hunting some fishes and octopus.
Okay. Suko, you are probably the fastest of us at the moment. Could you return to the ship and collect our companions? And we might be able to speed things along.
Give me a moment. How long has it been since we came down here?
About an hour or so swimming down. So as fast as you guys were going, it's probably been like 40 minutes.
40 minutes?
No.
I'm gonna
No,
cast-
by now it's probably about an hour because you guys were talking.
I'm gonna cast expeditious retreat again, and I'm gonna skyrocket to the surface.
You're pulling like one of those great white sharks where they come up under the seals and just like rocket
Oh,
out
yeah.
of the water 6 feet in the air.
Give me a minute.
Are you calculating escape velocity for Suko?
Yeah.
Give me a second. I will be right back.
Alright.
So Suko shoots back up to the surface, kind of flies up 5 feet out of the water before he falls back in right next to the ship.
Give me a minute.
There's a ladder.
There is like a ladder built into the side of the ship, so that's not a problem.
Hey, first off, Suko, tell your fucking bird to leave me alone.
Benu, chill out, boy.
He kind of looks insulted.
Okay.
Chill?
I'm sorry. I should have watched my words. I'll give him some food
Okay.
before I So
And he ruffles his feathers and they spark a little bit like, I don't chill.
I'm sorry. I kiss him on the beak.
He is placated.
I turn around to Ellie, who I assume is on the dock.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie,
Yes. I'm standing there carving something.
can you help us with something?
What is it?
We need to track down a lot of food.
To what purpose?
So the male dragon is coming with us, but the female dragon's staying behind. And to keep her safe, keep her in the nest, we're going to we're going to collect 10 days worth of food for her to eat so she doesn't have to leave the nest.
I'm sorry, Suko. I would do anything for you, but I've already made my position clear on this. I can't stop you. But I am not going to help you. I'm sorry.
I'll help you, lad. And I shoot Ellie just a look of fuck you.
That's mean.
And I jump
just
into
kind
the
of hang. I just kind of hang my head.
It's a look that is essentially just shooting fuck you and your high horse.
Oh, that's racist. I'll after jumping off the ship, I'm going to walk over to Ellie and I'm going to give her a hug as high as I can reach up on her legs, so under the knee, probably.
Roundabout.
I understand. And then I'll jump off the side of the ship.
So,
to answer your question, Suko was going 43 miles an hour.
Right. So, Suko, I'm going to hold on to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, a little bit later, Balaam, Suko, and Ren come down, not Ellie.
And Avani's staying on the ship.
Ellie didn't want to help.
That's okay. I figured that was going to be the case. I extend the offer.
I mean, I'm pretty good at survival, I think.
I have no doubts in you, Suko. It's mostly that I was hoping that Ellie might consider assisting, not for the sake of... never mind. Her answer was no, and that's all we can deal with for now.
It's weird, too, because I didn't see Avani.
Check in the greenhouse?
No, not really.
I imagine that's probably where she would have been. But that's okay.
It's quite alright.
We should have enough. It's just a simple little gathering expedition. We should have plenty of opportunity to gather supplies.
Okay.
Burris and you guys go out. While Suko was gone, Burris and Zayden were essentially building defenses around the entrances to their little home. And that way it's a little more defensible in case somebody does try to break in while Burris is gone. So you guys are all able to go out. I need all of you guys that are hunting to roll survival checks.
Guidance for
How many?
everybody.
Guidance for everybody. That's useful. Them sick, nasty
Like,
tides
you
of
got-
chaos.
Is there a certain number of survival checks or just one survival check?
I got a 23.
Just one.
Okay.
I did pop tides for it, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
That is a
23, 19.
19 for me.
Those were portents. Those weren't my survival rolls.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking at those.
Okay.
I'm looking at Echoes and Suko's. So 19. Did you roll with guidance, Ren?
I added the guidance to it. I got a 19.
Okay.
Damn,
double
Balaam.
checking.
Damn, Balaam.
It's
I think
only-
those are his fortunes.
Oh,
No.
Yeah,
The-
no,
I
no,
rolled-
he whispers
no,
his
that was a
fortune.
survival. I was worried about the crit.
Yeah, no.
Okay, why
don't
the
have
double roll?
Not crit, but natural 20. Yeah.
I don't have it set to do
Toggle.
advantage or disadvantage because that way, I find it a little bit metagaming if I know that I have advantage and or disadvantage in a situation because I have some abilities that grant me advantage if some things are true. So I just roll and let the DM decide whether I had advantage or normal roll or disadvantage.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, with all of you, you guys all rolled well enough that you guys are able to within, I'm gonna say, within a few hours, you guys are able to get enough food that Burris is pretty sure that Zayden's gonna be okay for 10 days before he's back.
I look over the defenses that they put up just to make sure that they're solid enough to hold out if something does attempt.
I'm going to sit down and gentle repost them as a ritual. Repost.
Same.
Okay. So while you
Wow.
two are making sure it doesn't spoil, Burris and Ren are going over the defenses because they can only, they're big. They can only do so much. They can't.
I'm
do
going to need a translator.
Don't they speak common?
They've only spoken Draconic so far.
Oh, well, that poses a problem.
I'll ask.
Oh
the
man,
dragon,
I'll go translate.
What other languages do you speak?
Are you asking the dragons?
Yeah.
You're asking in Draconic?
Yep.
We have only ever heard this tongue.
I look at Echo.
I'm going to translate. Yeah, no, we got this. Just tell me what he says, and then I'm going to have to go through my script to see how I make this a sentence.
I love it. You can use fractions of phrases. You don't have to use
Yeah.
complete phrases.
It's gonna be great.
That awkward moment where you just hear each letter and then are able to put it all together as a language. Oh my god, genius.
So instead of using vocals, I'm just going to look over it, thumbs up, thumbs down.
So you're able to go over it, and with some interesting translation
Error.
moments, you're able to get the gist of what he's made is the kind of defenses that they put up when they have to, stay in. And looking it over, it's all big stuff. Like he pulls over some coral and plants it near the entrance, or where the hole leads out into the seafloor. He puts it right around that, which this coral is sharp. It's dubbed Razor Rock by a lot of sailors. So
To others, it's known as I have to buy a new boat.
yeah, kind of. So
is
It's
it
that kind
like
of
the
stuff.
corals like covering the whole hole, or is there like still an entrance to the hole?
There's still an entrance, so you guys can get in and out. But it is essentially like if somebody on the surface took logs, made them into spikes, lashed them together to try to make a fence. He's
Okay.
essentially doing a natural version of that.
Well, they're gentle reposing for the next couple hours. Can I just
Yeah.
craft a bunch of seaweed around the entrance so if you're going over it, you're gonna miss it unless you're looking for that hole?
Camouflage.
So while you guys are doing this, Ellie comes into the lair.
Wow, that took her forever to swim down here.
Yep.
Decided to join us, lass.
Did she jump right after I jumped?
close too.
Oh man.
She's slow. She can't swim as fast.
That's okay.
And you were a bullet. Anyway.
Balaam will. So she enters the lair where we're doing the gentle repose.
Mm-hmm.
Balaam's just going to smile at Ellie, give her a nod, and say thank you.
While holding a
Ellie doesn't
fish.
say anything.
I keep looking over the defenses.
Echo's just poking the ground. Seaweed.
I
Seaweed.
just realized.
Seaweed.
I just realized a really trolly thing that Suko can do.
Uh-oh.
If I reduce myself, I get below 5 pounds, and then I can just mage hand myself around.
Yes, I saw that.
The
Yeah.
squirrels used to
Chris
do that.
Perkins. Yeah, Chris Perkins used to or put a post up on Twitter about that.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's pretty fun. But yes, it is something that you can do.
So-
I actually. Oh, sorry.
No.
I was gonna say I had an illusionist wizard who used to have a hat of holding.
Yes.
It was a big old top hat. It was great. He would pull the hat around him and then mage hand it away.
Could you do that with a bag of holding? Could you crawl inside and just keep your head outside of it?
Technically, yes.
It's difficult to not fall in. I'll put it that way because you're not standing on anything.
No, but you could hold your arms out and
If
just be
you're
like
very
"Oh."
careful. If you're very careful.
That awkward moment when it turns out it's a bag of devouring.
Right.
And it's eating you.
But at that point, you would get pulled in anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Okay.
the dragons can handle defenses outside, but that tunnel from the temple catacombs leading in that you guys came in,
Mhm.
they can't do much about that themselves. So
Oh, that's easy enough.
Yeah, I'm just helping with the outside. If
We
only
can figure
brought
that
Bonnie.
one out.
Balaam, wouldn't it be great if we could arcane lock it?
That would be very useful. And I'm trying to think here. We could just sabotage the mechanism
True.
and just put it in lockdown. Unless there's another way in. Did we go the other direction down the tunnel? I'm trying to remember.
don't
We-
think.
We
Actually, no.
explored the entirety of the tunnels.
I think you did because you were looking to see if the altar was
Right.
on the other side.
Okay. So we'll just go back up. We'll drop the 2 doors by restoring the mechanism, and then
You remember the way it worked was if one's shut, the other one's open. That's how you
I
locked
was-
it halfway.
I was going
Right.
to say, Heather, on the one that's half opened,
Mhm.
I'm just going to remove the gear so it falls.
Okay. So now one open door.
And then I'm going to swim over to the side towards the dragons, and I'm just going to remove the gear so it falls. So they're both inoperable.
Yep.
Okay.
Tinkerer!
Roll a tinker check.
guidance.
Do you want me to roll it with what? Because I've got...
Roll with intelligence to make sure you can do this without it falling on you or anything.
He gets an 18. We're just gonna do that.
Well, you said it before I rolled, but
Yeah.
I rolled immediately after, so 18 plus.
Plus guidance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nice.
22. So yeah, you're able to carefully, especially with somebody there to be able to pull you back really quick. You are able to sabotage the other side so that the door will not rise again.
I turn around to
Too heavy
Balaam.
to lift.
I turn around to Balaam. Is there still time for me to learn how to be a rogue?
I mean, if you really want to, I suppose we could find someone to teach you. This is going to be awkward, isn't it?
I was gonna say, you do know somebody back in Serenity Bay.
I
do
know
not
I
have
do.
requirements to cross class into rogue, so it doesn't matter.
But you could get these tools.
I could.
You can ask.
But you don't
Echo
have
for his
high enough
extra
dex
ones.
for it?
No,
I allow multi-classing if the story is good enough for it.
I don't want to go rogue.
I'm just letting you guys know, if you want to multi-class into something and you don't meet the requirements in the book, talk to me anyway. If the story is good enough, then I'll allow it.
Cool.
Heather.
No.
As a quick thought, is that big metal door that I reduced and then leaned up against the wall still there?
Mhm.
Might be
Yeah.
able to pry that into the doorway leading.
Ellie, roller survival.
Help, but I
Nice.
can't because I'm not. I'm up there. You're helping Suko.
So yeah, you're able to make a really good trap. Essentially, spikes that will swing down if somebody passes and trips the wire. Yeah. So, and you make it. So the hallway came down from the north. You put it before the bend, so that whoever trips it, there's noise and the dragons know before they even turn the corner. Anything else you guys are doing?
Was it a metal door or a stone door?
Metal.
Metal? And the
Uh-huh.
walls are definitely stone?
Yep.
Okay. How well does it look like it would fit the hallway? A little bit too small for it?
Width-wise, it'll fit, but there's nothing to attach it to, so you'd have to figure out a way to attach it or wedge it really well.
How cold is the water right now?
It's cold. It's cold within 6 miles of this place.
Does it feel like it would be cold enough to preserve ice?
It would
Salt
melt
water.
very slowly.
It will melt
Pro-
very slowly?
Yeah, it's not cold enough that it's like a fridge or a freezer, but it's cold enough that it's gonna not melt as fast as elsewhere in the sea.
Basically, the biggest issue you have is salt water.
I'm going to
That's
reduce it.
Okay.
I'm going to turn it sideways. So it's not much of a gap. And then I'm just going to let it get big again. So it jams itself in the hallway.
Nice.
Okay.
There's a gap on either side, but it'll block the bulk of it.
Balaam, I thought outside of the box.
Indeed, you did, and apparently the corridor.
Well, if we find another door, I think I can block it off completely.
I don't think that will be necessary. This should provide enough of a barrier to prevent entry. I'm assuming that there's only maybe 6 inches on either side of the door.
Yeah, ish.
Because it would be like a 4-foot wide door in a 8-foot wide. Well, okay, so that would be about a foot on either side. Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it'll slow them down. It'll make them bottleneck.
Okay. I think we're all good. Why does Expeditious Retreat not let you cast it on other people?
Because it's
Alright.
meant for you to get GTFO, not for other people to GTFO.
So, any other traps or precautions you guys are adding to this?
I would set a pitfall trap, but it would be useless.
Hey, we'll put a gravity trap over it.
That would actually be
That'd be
really
funny.
interesting. You put a pitfall, but it's in the ceiling, and then you do reverse gravity. That would be cool.
Well, you just put a pitfall and they step on a thing and it releases a lever and a boulder just falls. So like a whole squish. I'm like, oh, look at that. That's a thing. Joe said
But in the
something.
water,
was
wouldn't
muted.
it fall very slowly?
Slower than outside.
So yeah, you would just watch yourself die slowly.
You would, at best, probably have a broken limb as you try to get away.
You run away and the
But
person
you're-
behind you that didn't know about it gets squished.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Something's getting damaged, most likely. Anyway, okay. So if there's no other precautions you guys are adding, you guys can swim up with Breris and reach the ship.
Okay, I'm gonna start doggy paddling, and then halfway up, be like, "Duh," and turn into something and start going.
Oh, I was going to say I can just grab you and we could skyrocket.
And
Not
I'm
that
gonna turn
Breris,
into something else. We're gonna turn into a hunter shark.
Breris can help anyone who's too slow.
That would
As we're
probably
swimming up, I'll
and or Ellie.
yes.
No,
Ellie's not taking it.
no.
I will go and start chasing Ellie as a hunter shark
Dun.
and just
Ellie
budge her
is
forward.
very confused, but doesn't really run.
I'm
Just
going
bump her
to
forward all the way up.
I'm going to ask Breris if he would like some company in the water. I can swim alongside him while we're traveling for a bit. Not the entire time, but
I was going to divide my time between the water and the air, but
Okay.
sure.
How big
Well-
is he?
Size large.
Can he lie on the ship?
Yeah, I think we actually would have space on the ship if he wanted to rest for a while.
We'll
If
just
he's-
give
yeah.
everyone a heart attack on the ship. It's fine.
okay.
I'm sure they've been briefed by now. Did anybody brief the crew?
Nope.
Nope.
It's a need to know
Somebody
basis.
should probably brief the crew.
Nope.
I'll be back in a bit.
Wait for me!
So like
Zuko is our human relations department.
humanoid
Suka,
relations.
you bloody fool! You're supposed to wait for me!
So like the last 100 feet, you guys realize, oh, they don't know this dragon's coming. We should warn them. And Suko's like, I got it, and shoots upward.
I grab for him before he takes off, hopefully grabbing something.
Roll a dex. Let's see if you manage to catch it.
Just a straight dex.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll anything?
Yeah. You roll two. I was just gonna put a DC, but I was like, no, just see who reacts first.
Straight deaths.
22.
I was gonna say both
Okay.
roll initiative.
So
Do I have to
Um,
roll strength to see if I go anywhere now?
You're going 60 feet per
you
second.
realize that you're going slower than you planned on, but you're still going faster than the others.
Okay, when I notice I'm going slower, I turn. What?
I'm the fucking captain. I should be the one to tell them.
How far am I from the ship?
By this point, you're 50 feet-ish away.
Do you have to tell him?
They need to know.
I'll swim with him to the surface instead of Misty stepping out of his hands.
Aww. Yeah, essentially, Ellie, they let down a rowboat, help you into the rowboat, and then winch it back up.
We could actually probably invest in just a flat platform since we do a lot of
Do you mean
sea.
the
diving.
one that has like the wagon on the back of the thing, where there's probably no wagon right now?
Since we left the wagon in Serenity Bay.
There is a lift back there.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's the rigging that I was referring to.
Yeah.
You can use it for the wagon, the rowboats, anything. But if we had a flat platform, like a dock, a floating dock, then we could all just climb up on that and then bring it up.
Good idea.
I'm
Good look at
dignified.
it.
Or slide.
So,
Well, it beats putting you in a sling and lifting you up that way.
Ren and Suko get to the ship first. You guys are pulled aboard.
Right, so, just to be forewarned, probably should have told you this before. We're going to have company.
And right then the dragon pops out of the water.
He's friendly,
I
I
was-
swear.
I was going to explain to him in Draconic that we're making introductions at the moment.
He just pops his head up and looks around.
He's not dangerous. We're taking him to find a new home.
And Anchorchain goes, he's not dangerous.
He's not dangerous.
About as dangerous as I am.
He's very dangerous.
And they know you're very dangerous, so that's not helping.
Never mind.
So Asuka says this, the whole crew like turns and looks at him. Half of them are suddenly very worried. Ashad's like, no big deal. Just like, really?
Shaw's like, he's great.
Yeah, cool.
He will at times be resting aboard the ship. So at those moments, I simply ask you give him the space he needs to rest. It won't be long, and then he'll be on his way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and just because he's not here to say it himself, Echo wants you to know he's the captain now.
Echo.
I don't think these people met Echo. I think Echo is gone at this point.
Nope.
They don't know.
Okay.
So they're like, oh no, because Echo just had come up on the ship.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, right. The other Kenku. Got it.
Yeah. He's not
Hey.
actually.
It takes him a moment to realize who it is you're talking about, but yeah.
Yeah, he went down as an octopus and came up as a shark.
Yeah. So, when you say that Echo's the captain now, everyone looks at Ren.
It's just something he says. Don't worry about it. He's not actually.
So you guys are all able to climb aboard, and Breris flies up, does a circle around the ship, and then does a sort of test landing to see where he can land safely in between the masts. And it's tricky with everyone around, but they all make space, and he lands okay. The ship rocks quite a bit, but he lands and kind of looks around.
Right, so raise the anchor, set the sails, we're off.
Who's the one with the disguise hat? That looks like
Asha.
Ren all the
Asha.
time? Asha. She still look like Ren?
Not at the moment. She looks like herself.
All right, whenever
Yeah.
she turns like Ren, just remind me so I can do his voice for her.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we see Avani anywhere?
I don't know. Where's Avani? You're muted.
Oh,
In the greenhouse.
Okay.
To the greenhouse.
Although, once you guys come up, I'm going to hear all the commotion. So I'll come out to see you guys.
And
So
you see-
everything went okay down there?
for the most part.
We should probably get going though. 10 days of
Yes.
food.
The faster we can move, the better.
So, full sails, and get ready. I
So,
just turn the
okay.
ship in the direction where we're going.
You guys are going to Cliffport straight away?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fastest route we know, so as to try and cut down on the time that they are apart.
So, well, during the journey, I'm actually sending you what I would like to spend some time talking with the dragon, and I'm creating the list of questions that I'm going to ask. But also spending time with Suko and Echo, specifically. And, well, let's see, Suko, Echo, and Ren are going to be our top three. The reason being is Suko and Ren have the charisma to be able to make the persuasions, to tell the stories, and Echo is able to recite the stories word for word.
I like how Balaam just went full racist there just by calling him Kenku.
Yes, sorry. I was thinking Kenku mimicry, blah, blah, and it got all mixed up.
We've gone too far.
But, circling back, develop the legends and stories about the blessing of the sea dragons and what kind of blessings they are. Talking with Breris about what our plan is to try to assist them in integrating into the new location. Asking the favor of if he can and his mate could watch out for the local sailors should they find themselves plunked in the ocean and in need. And then yeah, basically just setting all the little pieces in place to try to make this plan all come together.
Okay.
At some point, I'm gonna have to ask the dragon to roar for me, because that's getting added to the story. There's sound effects.
Yes.
In my off time, I'm going to also be training Bennu a bit because we got some stuff to work through.
And I'm going to be at the wheel, Azoth on my shoulder.
Alright. So it's going to be about 5 days. Sail back.
I'm checking to see what spell level it is to see how many I get. But what's control water? It's like 3rd, right?
Yes.
Why can't I not find it?
No, actually, I think control water's 4th level. I could be wrong.
Okay, so you said
4th
Suko
level.
and Ren
Never mind.
make the stories about the sea dragons and their blessings, and then Echo's memorizing it.
Correct.
Got it.
And actually, so out of curiosity, and this is something that's going to be part of the questions, the sea dragons, I'm guessing the sea dragons are the ones that are making the sea colder?
Mm-hmm.
Good, because that brings in fish.
That is also why they had so many fish around.
Mm-hmm. So that is going to go into the legend of the sea dragons and the blessing that they show, because that the fish will be brought in and they will find their nets fuller. Because
Heather, Suko studying them just a tad. Is he able to detect like what kind of dragons they derive from?
Roll an Arcana.
Okay.
Oh, on a couple of the
No.
nights, Echo definitely tries to go and sleep near the dragon as close as he can.
just cause.
Yeah.
Also, Heather, after the dragon roars, if it ever roars at all, I would like to tinker myself a water dragon for Echo. And I will
Awesome.
gladly
Okay.
spend the gold and the resources for it.
Okay. So you guys are all doing that over the few days, and Suko, you also find a small wooden bust of yourself outside your door one morning.
What the? Can I lift it? Is it too heavy?
Yeah. No, it's
It's like a
pocket size.
couple inches.
Yeah.
It's a whittling block.
Okay.
So for you, it's probably like that.
It's an action
Okay.
figure.
Yeah. It's like a little statue for you.
When Stuko first sees it, he thinks it's one of those little like creature idols, and then he realizes it's him. I can summon myself now.
I mean, we could. It could be the basis of a simulacrum spell.
I don't get some alacrity.
Just a substitution. It switches places with you.
Okay. I'll so it's statue of
So at nights, I'm trying to sleep next to the dragon, and then during the day, every time I can, I'm gonna try to sneak into Ivani's little grove, and if I can get inside, I'm gonna try to grow stuff.
Unless she gives you the password, you cannot get through
She's
the
gonna hear
door.
me run into the whatever wall is there right when she tries to go in.
It's like a bird hitting the window. Avani walks in and like the door's just slowly closing, and Echo's like, ah!
If I remember correctly, like the
like a
door
Windex
doesn't even have to
commercial.
be shut.
No, there's a lock. There's a
It
wall
just
there.
says an entryway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
It's like he
Avani
hits an invisible
says-
wall.
leaves the door open just to let the nice air in and out, and Echo's like, "Oh, it's open! I'm going to try it again," and smacks into a force field.
Do I see this at all?
I just imagine the sound of mini-me. Just
Thump. It's like a Windex commercial. It's great.
I'll see him do that, and I'll just kind of stick my head through the doorway. Can I help you?
How?
Oh, don't talk back to Grandma. Just all sad.
I just
Did you
point.
want
I
to
just
come
point to
in?
the. I point to the flowers.
What did you
want
ask?
to
Jeff?
come in?
Spells through it?
Mm-hmm.
Avani just asked if you wanted to come in.
Yeah, I nodded.
Okay.
Oh, I don't. I can't see your video. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, everybody else was talking, so I just nodded. But yeah.
Okay, I'll whisper the password to him.
Okay, I will say the password that is now memorized forever in eternity.
You gotta whisper it if you tell
Yeah,
anybody.
no, but I can only say it in the whisper to the dwarves.
So you
It
whisper
was
to
very
the-
smart.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll say it, and then when I go inside, I'm gonna just druidcraft. There's all the plants there and make sure they're healthy. Hide a couple random flowers in a couple spots.
I look over after training with Bennu a bit. Why is he allowed in?
Is he asked?
Fair enough.
Suka, roll me, let's say 3 animal handling checks to,
Are they all different days?
Yeah.
Let's start working those tides of chaos.
Hang on.
Oh, okay, I'll wait.
Let's see if I got any good portents for you. God damn.
Hey,
okay. Third day. Yeah, so third day I can help you. Other 2 days, you don't want my help.
Okay,
No.
I'll tides the 2 days then.
Okay.
You
Are
said,
you casting
on the
any
third.
spells during these days, by the way?
Oh my God.
I would probably be experimenting with
Say your wizard spells, please.
I don't know yet.
Random roll it.
It
Just roll
depends.
a D100.
It depends if I'm playing with somebody. If I'm playing with somebody, then I'm probably casting Enlarge Reduce. At least once. Let me roll the
You blow my ship up, I kill you.
let me roll the handling.
Not if he kills you first.
Once you're done with those, roll, say 2 wisdom saves.
Okay. It's animal handling?
Yeah.
Okay. Advantage. And then what was the third day, Balaam?
You
18.
get an 18.
18?
18 plus whatever your modifier is.
Uh,
Why do you have it set to advantage?
21. Tides of Chaos.
Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah. That's why it's there. So, 23, 21, 21.
Okay, cool. So yeah, he's learning quickly. You
Ooh.
learn exactly how to entice him to obey.
And that's what you wanted, right?
Oh, wisdom saves first.
Oh, wisdom
Two of
saves.
them.
Okay, well, those are the surges. These
Okay.
are not advantage.
Okay.
So it's, yeah.
7 and a 20.
Unless if it's magical in nature, and then I do have advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
This is why I have the automatic advantage roll, because then if it is, she doesn't have to say
True.
and reveal what it is.
Hmm.
Although sometimes I
out-
can't remember when you guys get advantage, so as long as you guys remind me when you should have advantage.
Yes.
I try to remember.
Okay. So the second day of sailing,
Mm-hmm.
On the
a
second
unicorn
day of
appears.
sailing.
Awesome.
It's the same one. And he looks a little annoyed.
Is a unicorn a beast?
No,
On
it's
the
not. It's a
second day of
celestial.
sailing, my magic gave to me a unicorn that's pissed off at me.
I'll,
Can I try and talk to the unicorn?
Do you know Celestial?
Oh, yeah, I know Sylvan.
I'll,
Is it? I'm gonna speak to it in Celestial and be like, "Hello again."
I'll sigh.
Looks at you and is like, what is with you people?
I'll sigh a bit and say, "Hi again. How are the
And I-
kids?"
And I'll say to him, I'm sorry. I really am. Because I know Celestial.
Welcome aboard. I mean, I don't know if you've always wanted to have a cruise, but you're, yeah.
We've
For
got
the-
food.
For the minute he's there, he's just like, "Where the hell are we?"
Bob has. The
I'll give him rough coordinates.
Bob has the worst time. I feel
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're gonna build up a rapport, and every time he shows up, it'll just be like unicorn party, which could be really weird sounding. Now that I've said that out loud, I am never saying that again.
It's okay, Balaam. You can have a unicorn party if you want.
Yeah.
Um,
Nope. Not using that one anymore. Those words are forbidden.
Is that kind of like a pixie hunt?
Suku, you'll find out when you're older.
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I'm uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Zuko looks extremely ticked off that he said you'll know when you're older because his age is still a soft part and wanders off.
Okay.
Yep. That was
I'm
not
uncomfortable.
intended to be said that way.
How often are you using Enlarge Reduce? Is that going to be every day?
How many days am I playing with Jared and Bennu?
I don't know. How many days are you playing with Jared and Bennu?
I'm paying a lot of attention to Bennu. If Jared comes up to me and asks to play, I guess.
Oh, Jared's always up to play. It just depends on
fuck.
what's going on.
You also have your
And how
studies
often I
and
yell at
your
him to stay on the compass so I can know which way I'm going.
How often does he listen?
Never.
If he's yelled, there are times when he like sits on it just crooked enough so you guys are going a little off course. And then if he's yelled at too much, he'll just get off the compass and go find fun elsewhere. So, so how often are you playing?
I guess.
Roll for it.
Okay. How many days are we doing? Travel?
5 days travel. You guys are going to show up in the middle of the 5th day.
D6 minus 1. 5. 5 days of play.
Okay. Okay. Well, since you Tides of Chaos, you're at least using up one of those with that second Wild Magic Surge. So I'm not gonna make you roll it again. So roll a d20. Let's do it this way. Okay. So you make. Let me look at the crew list again. Where is it? Being cool. There we go. You make one of the tabaxi swift just start flying.
Take a look at the rigging while you're up there. Pretty
Grab
sure a wing
onto
guy would-
something.
They were already on their way up into the rigging, and that's how they started flying. And they're just like, "Oh, well, that's easy."
Don't float off too far.
The last thing I would like to do on our journey, by the way, is I would like to I can't remember if we did it or not. I assume we did, but I would like to cast Identify again on the Luvest crystal.
Did you do
There's
it
nothing.
before?
I don't know. I
Balaam
couldn't
did.
remember. I couldn't remember,
Okay.
which is why I wanted to.
So you can do that, and
I already know about all the Fae stuff. You can cut that out. I just wanted to know like what's going on with it.
yeah, and Echo, you're able to keep the bad weather at bay. So,
Would you like me to post Identify?
yes, please. Oh, only tell weather. So yeah, you're able to allow them to skirt the worst of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll an Arcana for me. Let's do it that way.
Okay. Ooh!
Nice.
And I thought I was crazy not Tides of Chaosing it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna whisper something to you.
Okay.
It's dangerous.
Kick the shit out of that Arcana.
Yeah.
I wish I was there to help because I could have given you guidance. You might have gotten a 30 instead.
What would it have been? 30.
He would know the secrets of the universe in that single roll.
30 is usually reserved for like impossible DCs. So yeah.
Yeah, 30 is nearly impossible. 25 is a very hard.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm typing this out, so there's a few other carvings of people that show up during this time. So there is, where is it? So
Where's
Echo?
Storm during this whole thing?
She has spent a lot of time up in the rigging. She was
Has she-
nervous at first, but then she climbed up and had spent a lot of time in the crow's nest and walking along the yard arms because she doesn't have to worry about falling.
So what you're telling us is that she's too scared to come back down.
No,
She's
she's
stuck up
enjoying
there.
being up with the wind.
She's like an actual cat. Goes up and can't come back.
No, she's an air ganassi. She's annoying. She's enjoying the wind.
I do have something to ask you, Nick. How did Echo react to Bennu?
He's not a beast, so he doesn't really know.
But does he like the Firebird?
Yeah, it's another bird.
Okay, so, Echo, you get one little bust of yourself. Asha gets one. Avani, you find one outside your greenhouse door. And then, Suko, you find a little one of Bennu to go with you.
Ooh.
Of course.
I'll put them next to each other on the desk, and I'll probably play with a little prestidigitation to make Bennu look like he's on fire.
Perfect.
I'm a little light.
I'm gonna look at mine and go, God damn it, Echo.
God damn it.
Who said that?
He's probably able to say
Render.
that in a few different languages now.
Yeah.
That was my big phrase to him for a long while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna teach you some weird, like, slurs in Draconic.
Okay. I know Draconic and Elvish
Oh.
and Goblin.
We know, like, every language together. Like, all of our
Just
languages.
about.
I mean,
And even if I
You're too
don't know
alone.
it, I can at least pretend I know it by saying the same thing back at them.
I just want to sit down with Echo one day and just give him all of the different sounds of each letter so that he can actually speak like a person.
Balaam's actually been working on a design for that.
Ooh.
For something for it. I just don't have the spell.
I must have gotten a lot from this Arcana.
Well, I had to look at something too, so I paused for a minute.
Okay. Anybody
Next
see
up.
Peter?
Well, I mean, you should have gotten something pretty good from it, considering it's a fucking 30.
It's not
Yeah,
a
with the plus
not a-
4
it's
was
a
an
20
after the fact.
It's
Oh,
a 26. The plus 4 is the what it could have been.
Oh god, I thought he had given you the guidance. That's
No.
fucking 30. 26 is still really fucking high.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just focusing on sailing, making sure we're going in the direction we need to go, keeping an eye out on the horizon, making sure we don't have any pirates or anything trying to get too close.
Do I know who made the bust?
I can make an educated guess.
You can make an educated guess of who's capable of carving and stuff.
Well, I'm going to make an educated guess by the simple fact that I did not receive that one. That is the person that is pissed off at me.
So everyone
Balaam
on the
didn't
ship.
get one either.
Yeah, it could have been any of us then.
I'm gonna assume it's the one that loves nature. That's not Echo.
I was actually assuming Echo, but if it was Echo, he would have put it inside of the
I would have
green-
hid it inside your flower pots.
That's why I said it would have been inside the greenhouse since you
Yeah.
now have access to it. Oh shit, what are you growing in here?
Just growing what you were growing, making them grow
He
faster,
was this
and then random flowers.
magical
Okay,
miracle
'cause-
grow.
I was gonna say because some of the stuff we were growing was the that plant
Herbs.
that one plant that Nibbles needed so he wouldn't turn into a fucking
Hmm.
Yeah.
Which we could
I'll,
sell for a lot.
Where's Balaam at this very moment?
On a ship.
Probably, if the dragon has landed, he's talking to the dragon. If the dragon is in the water or in the air, that he's probably in the in the galley preparing dinner.
I'm actually surprised
Wherever
Balin hasn't made any health potions yet.
wherever
I've
you
been
are,
waiting for it to grow.
yes, wherever you are, Suka comes to find you, and with kind of a shaky, surprised voice, is like, "Balaam, can I talk to you for a minute?"
Absolutely, have a seat.
No, in your room or something.
Okay, must be important. We'll all right. I'll turn down the heat. Head up to the room.
You know, you could have our actual cook.
Balaam's been learning to cook. This is why he's doing it.
Yeah, but Erminor can keep an eye on it while you're away.
Oh, I wasn't sure. If
Make sure it
anybody was-
doesn't actually burn.
Anyway.
Balaam. So I cast identifying on that little gemstone that I carry around.
Oh, you look like you've learned something.
It's not living or anything, but I don't know how to put this. It has a purpose. It wants to go east.
And I'll pull out the map, and like the one that we helped, or a copy of the map that we helped Enzo make.
The world map or the one of just the sea?
Just the sea for now, and then if I'm curious about something.
It also has a it's also a I don't know how to put this either. It seems to have an extremely powerful Fey presence currently.
Interesting. You say currently, so does that mean
I haven't checked before. Is what I mean. I can't vouch for before.
interesting? Well, let's take a look at the like set it on the map. I want to see something.
Okay,
Um,
I'll place it on the map, roughly where we're located in the sea.
If I remember correctly, the crystal has a bit of a luminance to it.
Glows a little bit, not much.
I'm curious. Move it around the map and see if the glow changes. based on its position.
Which edge of the table is east right now?
You mean which edge of the map, or
No, the table.
Which edge of the table? We are heading east.
We are heading east. I'm going to move it towards the direction the ship is going then.
Well, you guys aren't heading directly east. You guys are heading more northish. But yeah, you can move it to that side of the table.
Okay.
Roll a perception.
Both of us or just him?
Yeah, you can both. You're both staring at it.
Okay.
You can't tell any difference.
I'll try moving it east on the map then.
Roll again.
You know what? Fuck it. Living dangerously and popping tides.
Oh shit! You're gonna blow us up.
Still can't tell any difference.
I don't know if this is working.
Doesn't seem to be. I was hoping that if it did have some sort of will of its own, it might be able to perceive the map and indicate where it's trying to take us. Maybe we're thinking too small. I'll pull out the world map and we'll try it there, see if anything happens there.
I'll move it to the continent to the far east.
From Siki?
Mhm.
Okay. Roll perception.
Oh,
Oh dear
It's-
God!
it's 10.
That one. There we go.
Balaam, you're sure it's not reacting to the map at all?
Turn the map
Interesting.
upside down.
There's writing on the back. Oh.
So, tell me, what all did you get from the identify?
So I was able to tell that it, with every fiber of like its, I don't want to say being because it's not a creature, but with every fiber of it, it wants to be somewhere east. And it's affected by how close it is to this location. I don't know how, but and I know that it has a strong Fey presence.
Interesting. Let's try this together. And we'll both cast Identify at the same time. I want to see if there's a way that we can communicate with it.
Okay.
And I'll set up a dual ritual for Identify. So that we can both be a part of the information.
Okay. So you cast together. I want you both to roll Arcana checks real quick.
Okay, I'm doing guidance. Oh, I didn't do my port. This is a new day, right? This is like the
Yeah.
4th day?
It's probably third or fourth.
Fourth.
Well, the third, yeah. Okay.
Somebody's gonna have a really fucked up day, though, if I wanted to.
That nat one.
A 7 and a nat 1.
Out of his 4 portents that he's rolled for this journey, he's rolled nat ones on 3 of the days.
That's
Yep.
impressive.
Somebody can have a really fucked
You
up
just
day.
need to make somebody eat shit.
Good thing I'm not having you roll on my table of sailing events and fight another giant octopus or something.
Okay. So, Arcana, are you giving us both guidance or just you?
I can only do one at a time.
Okay.
All
Ready?
the mass guidances has been like, you get a guidance, and you get a guidance, and you get a guidance.
Are we ready to roll?
Yep. Okay.
So
Well, that's what I got before.
So Suko, you're not getting anything new. You're not even sensing the same information this time through. Balaam, you are sensing definite Fey presence, more than just this being from the Feywild. You're
Like, there's
not-
actually a Fae in it?
No, just like there's strong connection to a powerful Fae, probably an Archfey, you're not sure. But powerful Fae being, it has a strong connection to one of them. And you just get not so much a word or feeling, but just like a thought pops in your mind of
Interesting.
just an impression.
Nothing more.
No.
Okay.
I didn't get anything from that.
I didn't get much more than we already know. I think for now we should keep it hidden, and I think we should probably leave it on the ship for a little while. Go ahead and put it in the lead-lined pocket of my dress robes. I think that will be enough to at least shield it from most of the potential damage it could cause.
I'll slip it into the pocket. Sad to be away from it, but I'll slip it into the pocket.
I think once we understand more about it, it will maybe give us more information. I do think we should travel east at some point. I think we have greater things to keep in mind right now.
Ren, as you step away to spar with Ellie, Asha steps up, shifts into you, and starts barking orders, and Echo imitates your voice right next to her.
It's like you didn't even go anywhere.
Yep. So you guys are able to spar, keep her occupied. Anything else you guys are wanting to do while you sail?
Did I get to cuddle with the dragon at least one of these nights?
Yes. Okay, so the first night you go over and you just, like, he's asleep. You go over carefully, sit down, he doesn't move, lean against him, curl up, and then you feel him shift a little and you can tell he swings his head around to look at you for a long moment. And then he just kind of rests his head down, so he's kind of curled around you.
Yeah, dragon cuddles.
Yeah.
I was on a ship full of dragonborn. It's weird not having scaly people around.
It's almost like you're back with Benson.
Roll 20 d20s.
I want to know if I kick Ren's ass, because I would definitely be trying to.
Okay, I'll say it. I'll put it this way. Okay, Ren, would you let her win?
I would put up a solid fight.
Okay, so you're not going to make her feel better. Okay, so I want you guys to both roll 5d20s. I'm not going to make it 20.
20d20.
No.
100 d20s. 100 d100s.
5 d20s in my hand.
Terrible. Terrible.
I was gonna say, if it's PvP, does it need to be rolled in roll 20?
Yeah, roll it in there just because I'm going totals for this, just as much as I'm looking at the rolls.
Alright. Fine.
Fine, I know.
Okay, I rolled
PvP
terribly.
rules. Oh, you only got 3 low ones.
Yeah,
Ooh,
okay,
squeaker.
so it's close. It's close. And those last couple rounds, you guys are, like, exhausted and bloody, and you're having a hard time.
Wait, no, if he's bloody, my goal is to bruise, not bloody. If he's bloody, then I'm backing off.
Bloodied as in beaten to shit, and you guys are exhausted.
Yeah. No, I'll beat him to shit.
Worn down, breathless. And so the fight ends. You both just kind of collapse, panting.
Thank you, Red. That was awesome.
You like the last?
Should do that again.
Perhaps another day. Now, if you don't mind, I'm off to bed. Lasha, I'll be back in the morning.
And you guys, as you are sitting there, Echo comes by, pats you both on the head, and you feel a little better. Less sore.
I was during the whole battle, I was just sitting there channeling a prayer of healing, just timing it right at the end of the fight, because it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Yep. So, you guys feel a little better. So, if there's nothing else, you guys arrive in Cliffport late in the morning of the 15th of Adriska. What do you do?
Before we get, like, as soon as we see land of Cliffport,
Land ho.
I'm gonna go ahead and let him know, alright, we're getting close, go ahead and head into the sea. We'll make sure to stay nice and slow so that you don't lose us.
Oh, I can take him to the cave.
Even better.
Okay. I mean, this sea's pretty safe.
It is, lad. So you go ahead and join them. Balaam perhaps should join as well. Because, to be quite honest, I don't trust you on your own, lad.
Oh, yeah,
Think
I
it-
have those.
was gonna say, I figured you would. We would have discussed this beforehand, but fog cloud, please.
I can do that.
Honestly,
You
I
ask
think
Echo
Suko.
Fog Cloud, and he goes, "Aye, aye, sir."
I think Suko would be fine on his own. I think this would be a good opportunity for him to venture out on his own. And Breris is with him. I feel like that is suitable enough companionship if he needs something.
If you believe he's ready,
I think
then
so.
who might argue?
Breris? Hello?
Yes.
Would it be okay if, when we get to the cave, because it's a little bit up in the air, if I were able to ride up there? I don't have a way to fly myself.
Of course.
Okay. And I'll jump into the water and lead him to the cave.
Okay. So you swim around, and when you get close, you move over to be on top of his back, and he just leaps out of the water and starts flying up, and you can point him toward the cave. It's close fitting, and he kind of has to crawl into it once he's settled on the edge, because it's not a huge opening. It's probably just big enough, and he says that it'll definitely need to be expanded.
I can help widen it for you if you'd like.
Yes. That would be most appreciated. So you guys are able to get down into where all the treasure is, and he looks around. Are these for us as well?
Well, it's actually the funds that we found, and we're using it as kind of like a hideout for our monetary stuff.
And he goes over and he like looks at a couple of the statues and tilts his head. Can we at least keep these? They're
Both of
fascinating.
them?
Yes.
Are they the really big gold one?
They're the really big ones, yeah, that there's like no way you're gonna get them out.
How expensive are they?
It's hard to tell. You also don't know if they're solid or if they're just painted.
And there's no way I could get one out myself, even with reduce.
Even with reduce, this thing is huge.
Okay.
We're talking like monument sized.
Yeah.
I don't think we're able to move those in the first place, but I can bring it up to my crew to clear out what's ours if you would like the rest. So then it can just be yours. I will ask though, if we find anything that we need to store, can we have a spot of this cave to store it in?
Suppose. And you do remember that there's the large cavern where you found the moonbeam where all the treasure was, but then there was also the smaller room that had the illusion wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that can be our hiding spot.
Yeah. It is protected by magic as well. There's a illusionary wall on the other end with a couple of traps.
Yeah,
as
you had
well.
to pass through that because the tunnel leads into the room where Jared was, and then down the stairs.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
the ship popped
Okay.
out above Jared where the stairs were.
Yeah.
And shot
Yeah,
us
I
into
got
the
this.
water.
So, yeah, you guys saw the illusion wall.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they'll mind if you guys keep the statues.
Yeah, and most of the statues look like they're definitely stone. Like they're worth something because they're fine statues, but most
Can
of
Can I identify the statues? Like, who are they of?
Roll history.
Just because we're looking at them, now's the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
There's a few different races, but you don't recognize any of the faces.
Okay. Before I leave, I'll do one last look through the treasure. See if anything catches my eye.
made a note of how much was left. Let's see what if I can find that page. Okay. So there's still a lot of coins.
Mm-hmm.
Some gem. You got most of the gems by now because those are the easiest to transport that are worth the most.
And we got all the magic items as well.
There weren't really any magic items here. It's just money.
True. That's right.
Money and statues. This is just the pretty things. You guys had found some like art objects, and there's still some in here, but
Okay.
just fancy things that are worth coin.
A thought goes through Suko's head,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to go along the walls and kind of like touch my hand to the walls because we've already seen one illusionary wall.
So you're able to go through the whole huge room. You don't come
Nothing.
across any illusions.
Okay. So are you going to go back and get your wife? Wait, do you guys get married? I'm sorry, I'm pressuring. Never mind.
What is married?
It's when you have a bond with somebody.
We are mated.
Okay. That's about the same thing. Are you going back to get her? Will this be okay for
I
you?
think this will suffice if the opening can be expanded a bit, so we're not so tight as we move it through.
Can you bring me up to the opening?
Of course. And he
Okay.
brings you back up to the tunnel, which is it's just rough stone. So
Yeah.
it's just a tunnel that happened to be there.
Is it like a limestone or something?
Trying to think what type of stone the cliffs would be. I don't know. I don't know what kind of stone it would be. So sure, it'll be limestone.
I was just wondering if it was easy to be eroded or not.
Well, it needs to be something strong, but also something that's not going to be too strong for you to not be able to give them enough space.
Yeah. I'm gonna start going through it with seeing how open I can make it with just firebolt, trying to almost slag the rock off.
What is everyone else doing while he's showing off the new apartment?
Apparently watching small explosions happen up at the mouth of the cave, at which point Balaam's just like, shit. All right.
I'm going. Just-
I'm going with Echo.
And I'm pulling the ship into port.
Alright, so-
Echo, are you turning into
oh
something?
yeah. What do we
Something
need?
large, please, because I'm going to need you to help.
Yeah. Well, everything I could swim with is a large.
Well, keep in mind this opening is up,
Mhm.
like 30
In the
foot.
air.
Okay. I will just bring friends. I will have 2 hunter. I think a hunter sharks are 2. Is a hunter shark a 2?
Actually, can you summon, like, giant eagles now?
I can. I will summon 2 giant eagles.
All right, I was gonna say something that flies is gonna get you
Yeah,
to
they're
that
ones.
entrance better.
Actually,
Is
no.
it,
I'll just summon 1 Quetzal.
Aw, I was going to say if they were eagles, is it Bartholomew and
No,
No.
they died in that campaign.
oh, they're still alive.
Nope, the giants ate them.
Oh.
All right, so
A giant Quetzal. More.
everyone watches
Yeah, it's
as Echo summons a giant dinosaur that nobody else has seen before.
That's a new one. We'll talk about it later. Firebolts now.
okay.
So you guys are able to fly up, and the Quetzal drops you on the ledge.
Do I see this, Quetzal?
Yes, you
How
see
close?
large
It's a huge-
leathery wings
It's a
fly
huge.
up.
As I see it go past, I kind of fall backwards. Ah! Because it scares me a bit.
And Brera steps forward and kind of growls, not sure what it is either.
I land.
Hey.
I point and I go, "What is that?"
Are you pointing at the Quetzal?
Yeah. That's what was said when we found one.
Quetzal's just looking.
So that is what
confused.
it's called. It's the what is
They're
that?
going to kill you, Quetzal.
That is.
You guys are above where we are right now, right?
No, we're gonna land where you
No.
are.
We're
Yeah.
landing
landed
at
in
the
the
lip of the cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Echo is on the beak, like holding onto the little stem part.
As I pick myself up off of the ground. Hey guys, I'm just trying to make the cave wider.
Okay.
Oh.
Badger.
Okay. We thought you were in trouble.
Giant badger.
No, I just thought limestone turning it into slag with fire would be a good way to make it wide. I don't have move earth, okay?
That's all right. You
Giant badger.
used the tools that were available to you, and I applaud you at your creativity. However, we thought you were in danger.
No.
All right. Well,
Well,
One
now that
crisis.
you're here, will you help me open up this cave so he can fit through?
Giant
Absolutely.
badger.
are you just shifting?
I'm just turning into a giant badger.
Badger.
I don't know how well a badger's going to be able
It has a
to
burrow
chip
speed.
away at rock.
Yeah, if it has a burrow speed and it's a solid object, it gets half of its burrow speed.
It's okay. It's okay, guys. He's high enough level that it deals magic damage. It doesn't matter.
It does.
Do magic
Through,
damage to the stone.
Just carves through it like butter.
Yeah.
All right. So while you guys are widening the tunnel and making it less choppy and smoother, everyone else, the ship slides into port. What are you all doing?
Yes.
Getting off the ship with a sigh of relief.
Well, it's not
Hey.
like
That was a long voyage.
It was. Alright, so we'll be staying in port for probably about 5-6 days, and then we'll be off again.
Do you think we would have time to go out to a forest? Maybe I could do some hunting.
As I said last, we're staying for 5-6 days. So you've got as much time as you need within those 5 days to hunt.
Does anybody
The
want
island's
to go
not
with
very
me?
big. The island's not very big. There's a lush forest to the north and another one to the east. Either one should have something good for you to hunt.
Good. Does anybody want to go with me?
After the last time I went hunting with you, you're on your own.
He didn't die.
No, but you didn't listen to me when I said we should move on.
You were fine. You killed two
I almost
creatures.
fucking died.
He's not-
But I almost fucking died in the process.
Red
Wow.
doesn't hold a grudge at all.
No, not even a little. I'll go with you.
That's all right. That's all right, Ren.
Yeah, his horns grow with
At
his
least
grudges.
I know you'll be safe in this town.
I sure as shite hope so. I grew up in this town.
I'm sure you'll be safe here.
Except for the nobleman who doesn't like him. Sure. Sure.
I was just typing that.
But she doesn't need to know about that because then she'll never leave my side.
She wouldn't know about it.
Yeah, no. Okay. So, so Ellie and Avani are having a girls' night hunting.
Well, let's wait. Let's wait for the others to get back and see if anyone.
And
else
then
is okay.
I'm going to get my horse off of the ship
Mm-hmm.
and probably go ahead and make my ride towards Calren.
And I'm
Okay.
giving him a stink eye.
You know-
Which is his horse.
Take a 2-day journey up to Calren.
I'm going to take a 2-day journey up to Calren. I'm going to leave word with a Shah to let the others know when they return from whatever it is they're doing that I've gone to Calren and I will return before we leave.
Okay.
So, Echo.
Badger
I look
noises?
I look over at
I
the
don't know what a
You said,
badger does.
Badger.
badger. Now it's
Badger.
been a while since you said "Oi Shava" to Shava.
Badger noises.
They
That's
kind of
right.
they kind of sound similar to cats. I looked it up for my Saturday game because I've got a giant badger on that. So I
No,
looked
it
it up.
does. Sounds like
They kind of-
a screaming person. No, that was terrifying.
That's a badger that's getting ready to attack.
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
they kind of do the like soft growly noises that cats can make.
Oh,
It's
man.
similar to that.
Yeah.
Well, the recording's gonna have me looking up a video of a badger screaming.
Oh, my bad, Echo. I didn't know. I forgot that you couldn't. And I'll cast Detect Thoughts. Now we can talk. Well, I can talk,
Dig,
and you
dig,
can
dig,
think.
dig, 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 dig.
You think, dig? Balaam, can we go?
Why? What's wrong? I'm
Aren't we
confused.
almost done?
I don't know. How long would it take us to clear this out?
To make it a suitable tunnel that's wide enough that they don't have to squeeze and it's not it's smoothed out. Hour.
I got 3 hours in badger.
Yeah, hour and a half ish.
While we're clearing this out, I will inform them that I offered the statues because they wanted to keep the really big statues.
Oh, I don't see why that would be much of a problem. It's not like we would ever be able to cash them in. Actually, this might not be a bad place if we find ourselves with excess or more gold than we want to carry on us. If Breris, you and your mate wouldn't mind helping us guard it, obviously you would have dominion over it while we are away. But as long as we could claim what is rightfully ours as we need it, I would see no problems with letting you hold on to it. Every dragon needs a horde.
If you bring us something in return when you take something out. Like
It's literally a bank.
Oh, I think we can manage that. As far as food
food
goes,
or fascinating trinkets.
that I can definitely help with.
I feel like we just got dragoned.
We did.
we did.
We 100% got dragon.
And that's okay.
Because then when the dragons have babies, we might be able to get babies.
While you guys were setting up the traps and everything, you did not see any sort of horde in the
No,
temple. But there's things, and they can't have just an empty space.
Right.
It helps to have something.
They want
So
furniture.
It's like having a house without furniture.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
grew up in a house without furniture, and now they're like, they just got their first condo, and
It was
full
furnished.
and now they're like, oh, this is
And
what normal living's supposed to be
And
like.
it's fully furnished with like an actual dragon horde.
Exactly. So I mean, I honestly see no downside to this. If we can bring what treasures we find for safekeeping, and you and your family wouldn't mind taking care of it for us in our stead, as long as we are able to access it as we need it, yes, we can bring you food as offerings for payment
trinkets.
of for payment for guarding it for us. I think that would be mutually beneficial. And I'm going to call over to Echo. Echo, while you are able to dig, if you might be able to procure us a hidden entrance,
on the ground floor.
possibly in underwater, I think we might be able to do some, be able to give ourselves easy access.
Let's see. Digging through stone.
I get 10 feet of burrowing speed, so it's 5 feet of
Yeah.
burrowing at a time.
So you probably are gonna have to burn into your second wild shape.
Okay. So it'd be 4.5 hours of burrowing.
Yeah. Because going through solid stone.
Yeah,
But yeah,
and if you're still
so-
detecting thoughts, it goes from dig, 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 to dig, 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 dig.
Dig, 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 dig.
Dig.
Dig dug. Dig dug. Dig dug. Dig dug. Dig
Yeah.
dug.
Yep.
And then we can go ahead and disguise it the same way we did our
Yeah.
entrance to the...
Give the dragons 2 entrances, just like we have 2 entrances.
It would actually be good for the young to be able to get out through a sea
Yeah.
entrance.
Via slide.
Yes.
Yes.
Without having to be able to without being able to fly. I don't know if they can fly on hatching. If they can't, then it would be perfect for them to just be able to swim.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to go hunting with mom and dad and learn.
As we finish up, though.
Mhm.
Hey, Balaam, you should see this.
See what?
Hanging out the edge of the, looking out the edge of the cave over the water.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look out that direction, and I'm going to cast Misty Step 30 feet out, and I'm going to cannonball. Worth
Not
it.
bad.
Cliff diving, but going away from the cliff first. I like it.
But not getting murdered by rocks.
He just falls and all
Yeah.
he hears bloop.
Yep, pretty much.
Alright, so I will make an entrance, and then right before the entrance, it will open up. So there's like a little shallow part that you can stand in, and then it'll go up.
Okay. Are you making it big enough that the dragons can go through too?
They can slide through, but not like
The
climb
full
up.
size.
It would take me a lot longer.
Okay.
It probably just enough that people and the young dragons
young.
could move
Yeah.
through, but then once they're old enough to fly, then they could just use the normal entrance.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
so it's a
wondering if
shallow
it's the
where
backup for the-
mom and dad can go up and look at them. The babies go up the thing, and then they can go around.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm gonna pop out of my form and go, "Has anyone seen my shovel?"
You had a shovel?
No.
Just so sad.
I would say that effectively he was a shovel for the last 4 hours.
So unfortunately, Rin docked the ship, so we're gonna have to swim to the port.
No. I'm
Well,
bringing out. What is that?
Okay. That is a. Would Balaam know what the heck that thing is?
It's a what is that?
You can roll nature.
This is gonna go.
Druidic word for it.
This is gonna be really tough.
Can I try as well?
Sure.
Eh.
Nope.
Balaam don't know
Nope.
shit about nature.
No.
So
You guys
Echo's
have
just gonna go on
never-
and just lie down.
It's a what is that?
It is a huge leathery bird.
Mm-hmm. It's a what is that?
It's scary.
So what is that?
Where did you end up finding this thing?
Do I have a name for the area?
Pretty sure you would have heard the island name at some point while you guys were approaching.
It was Colorin.
Mm-hmm. Carolyn.
We sailed past there on our way north.
No, you guys sailed to the east side of Malachine, I think.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Oh, through the whirlpool?
That's how we
Around
got our.
the-
That's how we got our speed boost.
Gotcha.
We
Yeah.
slingshotted it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have the what is it land in front of Shava's bar.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Did I?
So, you guys...
Come on, if I'm gonna come back to the town, the last time I was here was a giant dire
Heather.
wolf.
Heather,
I have
what
to
is
make an
it?
impression again.
Heather, what is the size after huge?
Gargantuan.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a 4x4.
That is my Brontosaurus.
Do we want me to enlarge?
Oh god, no.
No.
Let's,
No.
I think
No.
the problem is the larger the plane, the harder it is to land.
That plus the streets are only so wide.
Does it look like I should reduce him?
Maybe at the last minute.
I think just normal is fine. We'll-
Okay.
So, Avani, when the ship docked... Oh no, because you guys were going hunting. So you guys were heading out immediately, right?
No, they said we
Yeah,
were gonna wait.
Oh, we're waiting. Okay, I thought she said we were gonna leave.
No, I think Ellie tried to say that you guys were gonna wait.
She put, I'd like to pop primeval awareness while we're waiting for the others. I think we went out, but we didn't go very far or something.
Okay. So you're just like hanging out in the town?
Yeah, we're still in town. I just wanted to, while we're waiting, just to see if there was anything.
Monstrosity. Let me look at that again.
But you see a big fucking bird in the sky.
It's not a monstrosity,
It's
though.
a
That's
beast.
Yeah, it is.
You just get a single blip on the back of the bird. It's Suko.
You're not a monstrosity. You're a demon.
Just not a demon.
There's
You're
a
just
difference. I'm a devil.
you're all of them.
Oh yeah,
The lawful devils
well,
are
no, no. I think he'd be a devil because he's got chaos magic.
Yeah, that's what demons are lawful.
Demons-
Devils are chaotic.
No.
No,
Demons-
the other way.
Demons are the chaotic, devils are the lawful.
Yeah.
Devils make deals. Deal with the devil.
Oh, okay. You might be right.
Let's see. Would any of these be within, what is it, 5 miles?
Yes.
Make me look at the list every single time.
You should always know I'm going to ask.
Yeah, but this means I have to go along the list and make sure that there's nothing here.
It's a matter of
There's a
memorizing
roulette.
what-
No, kidding.
I'll kill you.
Well, we got it this time.
Yeah, by now you got it.
Revenge, Giovanni.
No.
Okay.
Nothing is within 5 miles. Anything that you would be picking up is actually further away.
Did you get my whisper before, Heather?
Mm,
Right above Balaam Mold's Earth.
I do have a thought, though.
huh?
Huh? What?
Nick's whisper, huh?
Yeah. Think about
I-
it. Think about it. Think about it.
I don't
The
get what
last
you're
word.
asking.
The last word makes perfect sense. I'll read
Guess
this
we're
for
gonna
you.
have to watch the recording.
Anyway.
Nope, the chat's not even recording anymore.
You
Why you
Oh,
missed all the good
Okay.
stuff.
I couldn't really read the chat.
There wasn't
anyway.
even the many emotes, and the ones that were said out loud afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Now it makes sense.
Do you mean are they or somebody?
Is like the season.
But it's like them
Yeah,
hunting?
yeah.
Ish. There's not a like one season. Let's see. Time of the year. So it's spring. So yeah, kind of catching up from winter. Okay.
Heather,
Just so you know, it's about a day's journey.
That's fine.
when we landed in the town, I
Landed.
thought would pop in Suko's head that he sent a letter to his mother a long time ago from this town. He's going to go see if there's a letter for him.
It was sent from here, right?
I assume she would send a respond letter here because that's where she thought.
Yeah. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. So, Avani and Ellie, you were in town. So, where were you in town?
You're pretty much asking if they would see a giant Quetzal flying through the sky?
I'm wondering if they would be nearby when it landed more than anything, because they're going to see it.
Shava's bar.
Ellie's never been here, so she's just
Yeah.
following Avani.
Oh, I was going to be following Ellie because Ellie wanted to go hunting.
So
I thought
you
we
guys
were
You're just
go-
walking around in circles.
Yeah, we're circling each other.
You were following me. I was following you.
you
I
guys,
was following you.
it's one of those times when you guys are walking side by side, but you're taking each other's lead. So you guys just end up walking straight up the main street, up and to the edge of town, and you get there and you're like,
Where are we
we
going?
I thought we were waiting for the others before we went hunting in case anyone wanted to come with us.
Oh, I thought we were just going hunting. If you want to wait, we can wait. And then it's around then that we'd probably see the Quetzal.
Yeah. So you guys see
What the hell is that?
further down in the city a giant leathery bird, like almost like a giant bat, or like a bat meets a bird, comes in and it lands in
We should hunt that.
the lower part of the
It's a
city.
giant fucking pterodactyl.
I'm
There's-
I
thinking,
said we should hunt that.
I don't think so.
And no one in town is freaking out about this giant bat
Oh
fly.
no, everyone is.
Oh, okay.
Everyone is. And
Perhaps we should go. Perhaps we should go and check it out. Maybe they. Yeah, let's go check it out.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna head towards wherever it went to land so we can slay the beast.
It is at this moment I turn to Balaam on the back of the Quetzal. Do you think it's wise to land this thing in town?
Probably not, but I don't think we have much of a choice.
Okay.
okay. So
Suko's grown so
you guys land right in front of Toss It Back. Is what is that disappearing?
What?
What is that disappearing as
Oh,
soon as
no.
you land? Okay.
He stays out for the hour.
Okay. So pretty quickly guards come up demanding whose is that and what is it?
Yes.
I'd like to sneak in to toss it back.
You
Oh,
just
God.
went inside?
Yeah, I would like to sneak in to toss it back so I don't have to deal with the guard.
I'm pulling out my flame tongue.
Roll a stealth. See if you can sneak in before the guards show up.
I-
Nope.
I know that.
Whoa. One of them comes up the side and like blocks the door. Like they're like trying to surround you guys, trying to figure out what's going on.
I thought he would have been like, "Child, stand behind me."
Gentlemen, I'm very sorry. This is my friend's emotional support animal.
I'm gonna start petting it.
There's not he can't go anywhere without it. I apologize for the ruckus that it caused. But as you can see, he's quite attached to it. It's absolutely harmless. It's very well trained. As you can see, we were able to fly on it without any issues.
Roll a deception.
Have we gotten there yet?
Terrible. Did you like sprint? Because you're at
We
the other
were-
side of town.
Yeah, we were
We're
heading
moving
towards
quickly,
it.
I mean,
You guys are going
Yeah.
to show up in a minute.
So deception. Oh goodness, it's gonna be terrible.
To be fair,
Oh wow.
What?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So they look to each other for a little emotional support. Well, it seems well behaved, but what the hell is it?
Yes.
it's a what is that?
It's what is that?
Okay, what is that?
Yes.
That's the species name? Have you heard?
I
I've
think
never
What
heard-
we've been told. It is what is that?
Where did you get it?
Our friends had it. We've
Technically, I think it comes from a pocket dimension in the Fae.
possibly. The logistics of it are a little bit sticky.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've read about this kind of magic.
Look at the guards and go,
creature is both,
they're called dinosaurs.
the creature is both here and not here. It's Schrodinger's principle of magic.
I'm gonna pat what is that on the head and make him go away.
Okay, so it disappears.
Ah,
And
damn.
they jump back a bit, but you guys reach within sight just as he pets it and it goes away. So you guys see Balaam, Suko, and Echo pats it, and it goes poof.
See? Like I said, completely harmless.
Echo's gonna look at the guards. It was a pleasure to meet you. Then walks inside the bar.
Don't let him bring that thing around again. Not in the middle of town.
I will do my best.
Okay.
I'll try to make sure he doesn't. Do you want me to roll a deception?
Lying, go for it.
Huh?
If you're lying, go for it.
No, I'll follow the rules. It'll just be something else that comes in instead.
I'm lying. I'm not going
Suko
to
is an
stop.
expert liar.
I can't believe Balaam actually told a lie successfully.
I was gonna say
Well,
successfully
you're
told a lie.
technically not wrong. What is that is probably one of my best friends.
Yeah, but emotional support animal.
Anything is an emotional support animal if you hug it hard enough.
Especially if you do it.
I
Could be
dare
a
you.
dead animal if you hug it too hard.
Yes. I will hug you until you're my emotional support animal. Crunch.
I'm going to hug you and squish you and call you George.
And now I really need an emotional support animal.
Right.
Like Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was
So
That was
that
kind of
was
dark.
that was too good of a setup for me not to go into that.
yeah, that was interesting. Okay, so you guys go into toss it back.
Oi, Shava!
And
I look
she
out the door and I
walks
see
around. Been a while. Where's the rest of your gang? And I forget. Balaam's met her, right?
No.
No, he's never. Okay. So
Suko just kind of waves, even though he looks different.
Me, Suko, Echo, and Ren are the only original members.
So Shava looks down. You look different. Did you do something to do your hair?
New robes.
Robes. That would be it. Okay.
I had
Did
3
you
years
used to wear
ago.
glasses?
I'm perfectly fine with being called the Pixie Hunt.
Yeah. Where is he?
He ran off. Oh, I don't know this. Never mind. He probably ran off again.
Okay.
Field trip!
Well, you guys want some drinks?
No, Suko sighs a bit.
I look at the other two, Avadi and Ellie.
I'll take a drink and I'll head over to a table.
What are you guys up to?
Avani and I were going to go hunting.
Yep,
Do any
yep,
of
yep,
you want
yep,
to
yep.
go?
Yep, yep.
So,
Yep, yep,
you
yep.
guys are going to hunt creatures to kill and eat?
I suppose that would
Okay.
actually cut down on our monthly costs. And see.
I'll be willing to help. I have to stop by the. Do they deliver with pigeons or magic?
Magic
This
pigeons.
town.
Of a herd, possible culling.
This town is pigeons, but also sometimes they're magically delivered to Calren and then brought by pony, essentially.
I have to head over to the post officer.
Okay. If
so.
Get it?
What's
It's
this up?
artificer, but post.
Yeah,
I got it.
yes. I mean, if you are expecting mail, would seem rather
It
odd
should-
to me.
It should be quick.
All right.
Alright,
Well,
so lunch and then field trip.
and then hunting trip.
Yeah, so field trip to the post office, then field trip to the adventure trip.
Oh, I see. Some lunch first.
Yes.
Good, I'm starving.
So you guys are able to have a hearty meal.
Of just seeds.
So it's going to be 5 silver each, except for Ellie because you're eating twice as much, so gold.
Just throw it out there, however much the total is.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of you eating regularly. That's 2 gold, 3 gold.
3 gold.
Yeah.
Perfect. That brings me down to 10 gold exactly. I like round.
So, are you paying?
Yes, I've already taken care of it.
Oh, thank you.
Ellie,
So,
I
the-
want to sincerely say thank you for showing up in the temple.
Please don't thank me.
I'm going
That
to.
was not something I want to be thanked for, and I'd really rather forget it ever happened.
Well, unfortunately, our job is not done yet. We still need to do phase 2 of this plan. We can still go hunting. I would very much, actually, going over the books, it would help a lot if we were to go hunting, because we would be able to preserve the meat and keep it for the ship, which would allow for us to cut costs by, per pound, approximately 10 gold a month.
Perhaps I should explain the hunting.
Yes.
Some of these creatures will provide meat that we can eat, but some of them may not. It's not edible meat.
What exactly are you planning on hunting?
Unnatural creatures. my head, we do hunt for food, of course, but we also search out unnatural creatures to remove them from our environment.
I see.
So,
And what do you classify as unnatural?
See, now I have to look at the list. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. The shoe is on the other foot.
Manticores. Ren and I fought a gorgon a few weeks ago, which
So
obviously had no
magically,
meaning at all.
magic animals, basically, ones that have been created through
Yes.
magical means.
Yes, and I've also found that if I hunt these creatures and harvest some of their parts, I'm able to trade them for other things that I need.
Yes.
People seem to want that.
Well,
Great deal.
the reason being is that the same magic that creates them permeates their body, meaning their body parts can be used as magical components. Many spells, magic items, those kind of things can be made from those parts, which is probably why they're so
This is
valuable.
Gorgon armor that I'm wearing right now.
Exactly.
Quite lovely.
So I can understand the need to hunt monstrosities, although, well, never mind. That is something to be discussed at a later time. I agree. Hunting would be excellent. It would be a good break from the monotony of sea travel.
Before we leave, I would still like to stop by the post.
Yes, absolutely. That is going to be the next stop from lunch. I would like to lay the groundwork that we promised the dragons we would do in town. Letting the people know that the dragons are not to be feared, but helped and revered, because they will bring more fish to the local population, and they will bring a measure of safety for the people.
I actually had a thought about that. We should bring that up to the Blades Guild as well, just because the Blades Guild would be the ones that we really have to persuade, because they're more likely to attack them.
Yes,
Are
and
you
that would
sure
be the
you
other
want
thing.
to tell people that they're here?
Yes, because of sooner or later they will find them. Something that large is not going to go unnoticed forever.
It's okay. Let's get going. We'll figure this out on our
Okay.
way.
So post office first. And Suko has a very valid point. We should definitely talk to the Blades Guild. I think the local branch would be a great benefit for helping us. At least it would enable us to let them know what's going on, and that way they won't take out any jobs to hunt the dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie, I missed something in the list. You would have picked up one monstrosity, and it would have been in this bar.
Ears perked. If I had dog ears, they'd be perked up, looking around. Do I notice what it is?
Roll a perception.
Or how many are there? Because I do get to know how many there are. Just one?
One.
One. So perception.
Mm-hmm.
And I get advantage on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's something odd about one of the guys behind the bar.
Is he a minotaur?
No, he looks human at first glance. She picks up there's something odd about the eyes.
I'm sorry, but
Is there a problem, Ellie?
that Durlock behind the bar. I don't think he's a Durlock.
I'll look
He's
back
not.
and
I don't think he's what he appears to be.
I'll glance over at him. Does he look normal?
What's your passive? Actually, no, roll perception since you're looking intently at him.
would Balaam notice anything?
You can roll for it.
Okay.
Balaam's more perceptive than I am. So is Echo. There we go.
Okay, so this is Zella. Okay. So this is a young man, probably mid-20s, and you watch him for a minute and he looks normal. He's just doing his job, and those that have been in here have seen him before. But then you catch something about his eyes. Like, there are some people with weird features, like odd color hair and eyes and stuff, especially like different races. But his yellow eyes seem definitely off.
Yellow.
What did you say his name was again?
Zella.
Zella?
Zella.
Zella.
The Zella who owns this bar, should we maybe... What did you call her?
Zella.
Oi.
Don't call him off.
Come
Would
here
you
for a
mind?
minute.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you mind joining us for a moment?
Okay. Hang on. And he turns to the dwarf and is like, just cover for me for a minute.
I'm gonna go
And
behind the
he
bar and
comes-
start copying what the guy was doing.
Kenku,
you're-
sir.
You're serving drinks?
My bartender was a Kenku.
Yep.
A D&D adventure story.
So he comes over. Can I get you something?
Well, actually, we're wondering if we might be able to have a conversation.
I want to poke him.
I'm.
Ellie.
He flinched. What? I'm kind of on the clock here.
I understand. Only for a moment, if you don't mind.
He looks back and Shava's busy. Better make it quick before she notices.
Let's poke him again.
What? Golly.
Does anything... Nothing different? Just
Where are you poking him? I'm curious, first of all.
first his arm,
Okay.
and then his chest.
There's
And
no illusion that you notice.
At one point,
Um.
I think I'll reach down because I'm sure I'm really a lot taller than him. And
Mhm.
really just kind of look in his eyes.
And he pulls back.
Ellie, personal space.
What exactly are you guys wanting?
We were just wondering, you're not human, right? I'm sorry, I'm learning stuff, like, for school. And I noticed that you look human, but you have something off about your eyes. I was just curious. I don't mean to pry.
Roll a general charisma check.
300.
He
It seems innocent. I'm trying to be.
yeah. No, it's whether or not he's actually going to say anything or walk back. So he looks at you for a moment. I mean, most people don't really pay attention. The weird people that travel through here. No, I'm not human. Does that matter?
What
No,
are
I was just
you?
curious. I was just curious because I'm trying to study a bunch of different races as an adventurer, and I was curious what. Again, I don't want to be rude, but what kind of creature is a
Actually,
wrong word?
You said yellow eyes. Are they reptilian eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Would Balaam know what that is?
Oh shit, he's a pureblood. Got it.
Roll a nature.
Nature. Okay. Is it nature or arcana for monstrosities?
I'm gonna say nature.
Okay.
Do I get to roll a nature as well?
Sure.
Okay, so I get advantage on recalling information about it, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Ellie, you haven't seen any of these because they're not on your island. But you've heard about them, and Balaam, takes you a minute, but you were it comes to you right about the same time that Ellie realizes it, and whether or not she says that out loud, but he is a Yuan-Ti.
That's what
Oh,
I
yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She says, and she
I've
says
never
it
heard it pronounced
badly.
that way though.
I'm sorry for asking you, and I'll pass him 3 gold, and Can you get me an orange juice?
Not
go.
a problem.
Yeah.
Really
Okay.
loudly, though, when I realize I go, "You're Yanti?"
Silence. Right as yaw comes out.
Yeah, and a few people around like turn.
Like
It's like-
right as yaw comes out,
She's
silence.
silent.
Silence spell. Okay.
And I do take a step back and kind of reach to touch one of my daggers in its holster.
And he just
Uh,
kind of looks at you all. Takes the
I'm just
gold.
go- I'm gonna give
walks
it the light
away.
smile and
Is
shoo
he
him
coming
away.
back with that orange juice? Because I will fight
Yeah.
for gold.
Yeah.
I will drop the silence.
He sends the orange juice with Nara, the dwarf.
Mhm.
Okay.
He's not coming back.
Yeah, I'm copying him still behind the bar though.
And
I'll turn to her and I'll be like, "Can you tell him I'm sorry?"
He doesn't get insults very often. He's just careful. But I'll
Okay.
pass it on.
Okay. He
Is my little kobold buddy in there?
Yes, he's always in there.
He can keep the gold as a tip.
No.
so, that actually, I was hoping to delay this conversation, but apparently my point is proven.
I really need to go out to the forest, guys. I really need to get out of here.
Ellie, I would like you to sit, please.
I can't sit in here.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. I'm just standing.
I think she literally can't sit in here.
Actually, you could. But, regardless, please stay. We need to have a conversation. Your blind hatred for creatures you know next to nothing about as individuals, not about the creatures, seems to be skewing you towards blind violence.
Balaam, I don't hate them.
Then why do you hunt them?
It's what we do. It's what the defenders in my herd do.
Your reaction right
We're
there.
simply protecting ourselves and having a respect for a creature who I know could do quite a bit of damage to me is not hating them.
You...
It's simply in most of their natures.
Is it? And I point over to the young gentleman at the bar.
It may not be in all of their natures. Most of them, you can't reason with them.
You almost drew your weapon on that young man who simply came over here to have a conversation. There's a...
But I didn't draw my weapon, I just had my hand on it.
Right.
Let's see what the problem with that is.
He could have taken that as a threat and then went to defend himself, and then violence would have broken out. Because you would have taken his movement of defense as a threat. And things would escalate. Same thing with the dragons, and what we tried to prevent you from doing. With your weapon drawn and readied, with an arrow knocked, that is a threat. You didn't come through there.
So it's not like it was pointed at them.
You know I can cast magic spells.
Yes.
You know that I can say words, move my hands, and harm you. Yet, just because I can, doesn't mean I will. However, that is an open sign of aggression, having your weapon drawn and readied. It means you are ready to cause harm. It shows intent. And then when you show intent, they take the defensive stance. And when they show intent to defend themselves, you take that as a threat on you. And you retaliate. And then they retaliate. And someone winds up dead. I'm not saying that some monstrosities need to be removed. The ones that are blindly violent. I'm just saying that the ones that are intelligent and just trying to live peacefully need to be given a chance to do so. That's all I ask. Give them a chance. You are more than capable of defending yourself. You've proven that time and time again. When you need to, you can defend yourself. Don't be the first to attack. Not unless you mean to kill. Anyway, I do believe we have some posts to pick up for Suko.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ellie, for staying and talking with me. It is
Um,
appreciated.
I'll get up off of the seat to walk as close to the counter as I think I can throw, and I'll Shava, and I'll throw the glass to Shava.
And she catches it deftly.
Do you want to strike? check? No.
How
Okay.
close did you get?
Oh, maybe 10 feet.
You would have thrown it enough.
Okay.
It's an empty mug. And they've got
Underhand toss.
they've got sizes for all the races, so it's not like it was a huge mug for you.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Is he
There's
even
no
old enough
reason
to drink?
He had
Not
horse
right.
shoes.
Anyway.
I was gonna say, how old are you now?
I don't want to talk about it.
Jeez, Avani.
I think he
I
was
thought
like
he was
13.
like 15. Yeah,
13.
he's a child.
Oh, he's younger than I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I thought no, it would have been if he had rolled. Yeah, never mind. There was a different roll that happened. Weren't
Yeah,
you younger
was,
than that before?
He
and
was
then you
6,
rolled?
and he could have
I
rolled
was
lower. He
6.
would have been 1, but then he went
Yeah.
back up.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought you were younger. At one
No,
point.
he got really young, but then he got older.
I love how he said he didn't want to talk about this, and we all just started talking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. Just because he didn't doesn't mean we don't.
We're assholes. Okay. Anyway, to the post office.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the now known Yuanti and go home, and I give him my little rag, and I just leave the counter. Just go towards the door.
Douche.
I'm done with my
See you
shift.
later.
Wasn't even serving drinks. Whatever they put on the counter, I just slid towards the person that was in front of. That's all I was doing.
You took the mugs that they caught and set down, and you were cleaning it for them. Yeah.
Just not really helping, but just like fine.
Yeah. So you guys can head to the post office, and there is a letter, and I'll get that to you later because I totally forgot about it, so I gotta write it.
Okay.
Just says, do your chores. Do you have
Remember
clean
to brush your
underwear?
teeth.
Well,
Eat your vegetables.
I'm just curious if there would be anything written about a sister.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes.
Don't drink coffee; it stunts your throat.
Mm-hmm.
New baby, healthy. Haven't named it yet. Gotta give me time. I'll give you something.
I assume she wants me to go home. There's something in there about that.
Yes. Yes, you're worrying us. Why won't you come home? We only want the best for you.
Yes, I know your father's an asshole, but he still loves you.
I love you. I miss you. I worry for you.
Red knows that conversation.
As we're walking for the hunt, I'll hand the letter to Balaam, and just the gist is enough for right now, just RP. But do you think I should go visit?
I think yes. In time, we will make our way that way. It would be nice to meet your dad, as he is a well-known wizard. But I think when the time is right, we will visit them. And I think you will, the time will be when you have a bit better control of your magic. Speaking of, a while back you had me analyze a portion of the chaos that drives your magic. Do you remember that?
I do.
You wanted me to analyze the tides of chaos.
Yeah, I do vaguely.
I believe I may have a training regimen that will allow you to ignore its effects temporarily. I forget the details of it, but Heather, you said it. According to my notes, you said that I could train Suko to negate a roll.
And he has a chance of not triggering wild magic when he feels it surging.
Right. So, I think I've got a training regimen that we can start on that will allow you to suppress it when you feel it happening. It won't work every time, but it might give you a bit of an edge.
Would suppressing it make it, like, build up and get worse?
I don't believe so. Not to my knowledge.
Okay. So, Ellie, where did you want to go hunting?
The
A
north
forest somewhere.
There's one to the north and one to the east, if I'm remembering the map correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, any suggestions? I've never been to this island before. Well, I've never been to this place before. I guess we were in the other city, weren't we? We met Ren's brother.
So you guys know that the one to the north is closer, but the one to the east is where the Squirrel Brothers were?
Mm-hmm.
I forget, Cliffport has a Blades Guild, yes?
Yes.
Why don't we just check the Blades Guild and see if they have any monstrosity targets?
You could.
2 birds in 1 stone. That's the
Precisely.
saying, isn't it?
Something that we know is within your wheelhouse of favorite enemies, and we can make money, take out a known bad monster, and you can perform your ritualistic duties.
We should also leave a note at the Blades Guild just in case if Ren comes back and doesn't know where we are if we take too long. You don't know where he ran off to?
We don't.
I don't believe he said. He took his horse and went
Oh,
somewhere.
he probably went to the other town. He goes to Calrin a lot.
You do.
I'm gonna send Adamai out
don't
and
think-
follow the road towards north and see if I can catch up to him.
Unless he is going full speed, you're able to catch up. Takes a bit.
Do you think he'll be alright?
Well, he's not. It's not going to be a full gallop. It's going to be fast enough to cover ground, though.
Yeah.
Adamai flies quick, so yeah. If Adamai spots him, he'll just land like on Ren's shoulder and just do a quick squeeze.
Oh,
Adamai,
yeah.
you can go ahead and let Balaam know I'm going to Calrin for a few days. I'll be back.
And just nods and flies back.
To Echo's response to me, we ran into, I think they're your and Balaam's parents in the East Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to go visit them?
I will probably one day this week. But,
Okay. So maybe, okay, we'll look for something.
Well, first stop Blades Guild, second stop Monster, third stop Calrin. We might actually just take the ship and sail around and meet Ren there. Might be
That'd be
faster.
really funny if you sailed around and then he came back while you guys were sailing around and he's like, Dude, my ship got stolen.
Fucking shite.
Dude, where's my
I
ship?
thought we were saying
Where's your
to
ship,
give
dude?
the whole dragon story.
I mean, yeah, you guys are spreading the word about the dragon.
While
Yes.
Echo was handing out the cups, he was telling people the story.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they kind of like look at you a little bit. Nod as you kept talking, continuing the story for the next person who came up.
I'll tell the person at the Blades Guild.
Yeah, because it's quite a lot. So it's more than what people would stand and listen to when they just want to drink.
I just hand them their drinks really slowly.
Oh,
Echo's just constantly putting it on repeat, so anybody who like walks up, they come in a part of the story, and then they come up again, and they get another part of the story.
Yep. You guys go to the guild.
Yeah, he's also alternating voices between Balaam's voice and Ren's voice.
Well, I think Balaam was the only one that told me the story. If he was the only one that told me the story, then I only have it in Balaam's voice. If I quote somebody, it's in their voice.
Yeah.
I'm not able to
Zuko
switch the
and
tone of
Ren
voice for someone else.
We're crafting the story.
Yeah.
For sure.
do you have any? Never mind. I'll ask this later.
Yeah,
Me
so
and him
whoever-
were putting the story together, so if me and him crafted the story and then he told you the whole thing, then it would be all in his
Yeah,
voice.
we would want it
whoever-
all in one voice.
Yeah, whoever was telling the stories send all different voices. That's why if I ever tell you guys a quote that's all broken up, it's multiple people.
Would you, if I told you the story, would you get my charisma?
No. But
Yeah.
my charisma's pretty high.
It is more than just your like voice and everything. It is it's your
Mannerism
presence.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys go, and you are able to find out that
The manticores are back. Damn it.
I hope not.
Manticores and
I do have a griffin scream.
You know what? I'm fine with the Manticore. I just don't want to fight any fucking basilisk.
Oh, you're
I don't
fine.
feel like getting stoned.
Yes, you do.
Knowing my luck, I'm gonna fail to fucking save 3 times in a row and turn stone.
What is life without challenges?
Hey, if anything, that's probably the way Ivani wanted to go.
What? Rock hard?
Oh, Heather.
No.
yes.
While we're traveling to, Suko's going to bring out like a little like something to write on while he's walking. He's going to compose a letter to his mother for later, talking about what the squirrels told him about Kazakh Low. From the squirrels, basically.
Are you specifically looking for jobs in the forest that are monstrosities?
Or,
Yeah.
I guess anywhere on the island that are monstrosities. I don't think there'd really be a preference.
That's
Not
true.
something in the ocean, preferably.
Yeah.
I would like to be in the forest and trees, but I'll hunt a monstrosity wherever it is.
Yeah. I would like
Unless
to
it's
be
a
one of my
Yanti at a
land
bar that-
creatures.
They won't take
Yanti
care
at a
of.
bar. That's rude.
Dude, he probably makes
I-
really spicy drinks, too. Be really good.
People in this group would frown on that.
Oh, I mean, especially
spicy
Ren, because
drink.
Ren has been in and out of here a long time. He knows that that guy just serves drinks. He doesn't cause fights. He doesn't get into fights. Anyway,
Shava hates me because my phrase became a phrase for everyone in the crew.
Oi, Shava.
Boy, Shava. Especially Echo, because he does it in your voice.
Yeah.
Technically, he can do it in any voice. 'cause
Yeah,
we've all
after you guys
said-
have all done it, I can switch voices.
We've all done it, so
yeah.
you just confuse it by constantly saying.
Yeah. And then for Suko's mind, he's been avoiding all Uvelta quotes.
Okay, so there is a bounty for rock eggs.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds horrible.
Rocks are easy to kill.
Oh, the bird
Just giant
rock.
birds.
Yeah.
It's like, why are there rock eggs? That doesn't make any sense.
Rocks don't lay
For pet
eggs.
rock. Where do you think pet rocks come from?
They're from mountains. The mountains just lay eggs and just move on.
Yes.
I have this pet rock, guys. Suko, that's a earth elemental. I'm not putting him back.
It's a pet rock.
He follows me and I'm keeping him.
He loves me.
In 4 more levels, I can turn into one.
Okay, so there's
Into
rock
a
egg.
rock?
An elemental.
Oh, okay. I was like,
So technically,
rocks are
yes.
like ridiculous, aren't they?
I think
They're
rocks
Rocks
are
are
what?
monstrosities.
They're huge.
They're
Right,
monstrosities.
they wouldn't even be beasts. So
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
they're monstrosity, yeah.
I argue that
At 9th level, I'd be able to turn into one with shape change.
Let's see.
you get shape change at 9th.
Yeah, it's a 9th level spell. I could turn into anything I've ever seen.
I thought you meant 9th.
Well, not anything you've ever seen. Anything of 19th or
It's,
9th.
it's anything 20 or lower.
See, I
It's
thought it had to
your
be
level.
It's your level or lower.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. 19 or lower.
So
or
to
9
cast
or lower.
9th level spells, what
It's
level is
17.
that? 17? So,
Anything else? Anything else?
excuse me. There is some displacer beasts that people think are out in the woods.
That sounds interesting. I like
That
those.
can be dangerous, and
I heard
I'm
beasts.
okay with
Everything can be dangerous.
Yeah, but their cloaks would making a cloak out of one of those. Great.
Precisely, Mike.
I want robes.
Well, the
of-
bounty is specifically for their pelts.
Aw.
But do they need
How many?
Suko?
How many
Yeah.
does it say?
How many
Does it
pelts do
say-
they want?
Actually, yeah. Does it say how many?
It
Alright.
it is a per pelt, so
Okay.
it is
We just keep a pelt for ourselves and we give them the rest.
you can, yeah.
I was going to say, how many pelts would I need to make a robe that's like a foot and a half?
Yeah,
2
no,
feet tall?
Suko and I can
For
share a rope.
you would only need
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, you would. Between you and Echo would only need one.
Just,
Yeah, gotcha.
if
You
anything,
guys
we'll
are
just make it a
tiny.
two-headed one, and we'll just wear it at the same time.
And put
I
little
don't
words
think
on it.
that
This is our sharing our sharing shirt.
Yeah.
One combat, we both try to run the different directions.
I was gonna say, do you each have to attune to it, or does only one of you have to attune to it?
The one that
Both.
wants the ability.
Only one at a time.
You both attune to it, but only one of you can have it active at a time. And you could swap as an action.
That'd be
If
I
it's-
just I misty step. I take it with me. I leave him.
No, he's your size. You can take him with
Oh,
you.
the
No,
worst
this
part
is
is if Echo shapeshifts, who gets the shirt?
No one. We just get absorbed.
You
It's
get
Suko.
absorbed into Echo. Turn into a,
Yeah,
turn
that's,
into a chimera.
that's some sci-fi freaky shit.
Oh my God.
That's the Full Metal Alchemist shit.
That turns into the fly.
Edward.
Roll me.
No, just brother. Just you hear from me.
Oh
No.
God, no.
I'll just turn into a horse, and he'll just be the top half.
Okay, guys.
Sorry.
Getting off the path here.
Okay.
Oh
Those,
yeah.
those are the ones that are monstrosities that are bounties.
Alright.
Okay.
I think they display.
I like the displacer beast.
I like the displacer beast, but I think we should.
What?
As I whisper.
Whisper
nothing.
what?
Nothing. I'll tell you
I
outside.
didn't hear what you said.
Very quietly said, "Keep some of the pelts."
Oh no, that was.
Oh, yeah, no, that's, yeah.
That's
On the
okay.
bottom of the thing, it says keep as many as you want. And if it doesn't, I'm writing it on there.
It really doesn't. But the payment, because they don't know how many's out there, so it's just. This
Oh,
is
sorry, guys. We went out there. We didn't find any displacer beasts. On a separate note, we got these 7 pelts from these.
Other
Exactly.
displacer beasts. From
Yeah, so
another
they're
island.
in a completely wrong location.
Yeah.
They're displacer beasts.
Oh, goodness.
I would also like to find the head of this Blades Guild and tell them the story of the dragons.
Okay, so yeah, you can go in. The leader of this one is Kite, the Tabaxi. So yeah, you can go in, and at first he's like, "Can I help you? I mean, Malvius can deal with any bounties you need." And
No, I'm just here to tell you some information, Kite. I'm here to tell you that we helped some sea dragons, and they're very friendly. They bring in fish to the area.
some what?
They. Balaam?
Yes.
Probably not the
I
right
yelled
way
down
to
the
have said
hallway.
it.
Balaam, how do you want me to word this?
I'll walk in and explain to Kite. We've given sanctuary to a couple of sea dragons in a nearby cave. These creatures change the environment around them to bring in more fish. So they'll be benefit. They will be a benefit to the local economy. We've directly spoken with them to ask them to help protect fishermen lost at sea in the local area. The only thing we've promised them in return is that they will not be hunted. And since you, being the head of the local Blades Guild, can say yay or nay to any job, we would like your help in protecting them and preserving them.
Sea dragons.
Yes,
They-
they are a new species. They have not been seen anywhere else in the world, hence why I have been so adamant about keeping them preserved.
They are very friendly and they're very good on the environment. They actually help a lot of the people on land. And,
This I gotta see. Where are they?
Oh God.
I will not give their location.
Can I-
simply because
do
we
I
need
bel-
secret.
do I believe that this is genuine?
Roll an insight.
Do I need to roll an insight with my
Uh,
passive
I'll-
20?
I'll use your passive. Okay,
Okay.
so Suka, it's hard to read, but Balaam, you know, Tabaxi, you're curious,
Yes.
and he just seems like this is too crazy to believe. I need to see this.
I understand that you are wanting to see it for yourself, and I can arrange a meeting for you. However, revealing their location would be too dangerous for anyone.
That's fine. I just want to see this thing for myself.
In
Sounds
that case,
ridiculous.
I think this evening.
They'll be back in
maybe-
5 days.
We'll be back in a few days. We can set up or arrange a meeting. Actually, no, in 10 days because he has to go back and retrieve his mate. Yes, in say 11 days' time, that will give them an opportunity to settle in. We can arrange a meeting.
Okay,
All
I will mark that on my calendar.
Do you speak
Alright.
Draconic?
No,
Well,
I
you
know a
have
couple
11
words.
days.
That's about it.
In that case, we will be on hand as translators, if any negotiations need to be made. However, I do think that all in all, this will be a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Okay. Okay. We'll see. This is going to be interesting.
Oh, you'd also like to sign for the displacer contract. Or do we have to sign? I don't remember how this works. Never mind. We'll just take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sign?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll sign for the displacer
Yeah.
contract.
And this one's a little different because, you know, if by chance you just can't find them, you know, it's no harm, no foul kind of a deal.
Mhm.
It's essentially what you're signing is you're going to do your best to go find them and bring back what you can. But they know certain creatures are hard to hunt, so these especially. So if you just can't find them, not a big deal.
Do you have a rule
But that
book?
also means that somebody else might have also taken the contract.
Okay. Do you have a rule book for the display or for the Blades Guild, really quick?
Rulebook?
Like,
I mean, we have some written down, but a lot of our rules are kind of unwritten.
okay. Never mind then. I was just seeing if there was an age limit.
What were you wanting to know? Oh. Yeah, I mean, as
I'm
long
worried
as
about that.
you're of consenting age, but you're already a member, so it's not a big deal.
Okay, good.
It's a loophole.
You're not the only one that has weird things happen.
You were grandfathered in.
So-
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we should go find these displacers then.
Yes, I think that will be a fun little jaunt.
Can you tell us if anybody else has picked up the
They're in
contract, or
the
does that stay?
Nobody yet, but
Okay.
I mean, somebody else can.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my elbow on the table and go, tell them not to worry about it, and then start walking towards the door.
Is that Benson? That was Benson.
I'll take my staff and I'll lean on my staff. You see, these things about dragonborns. looking at Echo.
Benson.
I feel like I am staring at an inside joke that I am not privy to.
Don't worry, it's just one of my favorite people in the world.
Ah, I see.
Oh,
Well, maybe at one point we can meet them. Again, focus, task at hand.
anything you guys want to do before I call it for tonight?
Nope.
Fireball.
Just in the middle of the Blades Guild.
I would just like another blank note sheet thing.
Yeah. Yep.
You're not leaving us again, are you?
I've already added a bunch of different things to the quest list as we're going in this game. By the way,
Oh boy. Oh boy.
we've got Avani's thing. We've got Echo's thing. I put great treasure for the sovereign. Learn more about Suko's odd gem. And then Ellie added a couple of things.
The only other thing that I wanted to touch on, which I can just do later, I just need basically Balaam in the DM for it. Suko was going to tell Balaam the story about when his family left the forest. Because he feels like he blew up on Ellie and he deserves an explanation to that. Because, yeah, should probably tell him.
What? What about Ellie? What?
Oh, when Suko guilt tripped Ellie.
Oh.
About the dragons when we were down in the sanctuary.
Temple.
Okay. But yeah, as far as I know, I have nothing.
I've got nothing.
I'm good.
Yeah, Storm. Oh, it's Storm again. Hold on. Storm. Would you guys have taken Storm into Cliffport?
Yeah.
If you got off the ship,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So she's just falling behind, not knowing what's going on. You almost lose her a couple times because she's just like looking at everything, and
Yeah, she's like, I would actually offer her the opportunity to join me and ride on the back of the horse to see the countryside and see Calren with me.
oh, in that case, she's going there.
Aw, damn.
No, that's probably for the better.
It's a safer
I
route.
was going to, against her father's wishes, teach her magic.
Grandfather?
Wait,
Against the Jin's wishes, try to teach her magic.
wait, what? I thought.
Suko's trying to become a teacher.
Did I miss something about that? Because I.
He never said anything against magic. She implied that they haven't had any casters for a long time, but she did not say why.
Right. So yeah, if Suko, like, that would be perfect. The best way to learn is to teach.
But yeah, I would have given her the opportunity to join me and ride on the back of my steed.
I could teach her when we're on the ship, but I will let you know she will be learning Burning Hands.
Air elemental with burning hands. That's gonna be fun.
God. So yeah,
I'm just thinking of her as a flamethrower.
yeah, it's gonna be me. It's me